Why, hello, everyone. Welcome to Fallout Coldfront, the Fallout 2D20 campaign we run Saturday evenings at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Last session, you all arrived at... last time was the second session in Xanadu.
Yes.
You guys have been spending some time in Xanadu, a former hotel turned to giant place of various pursuits, and those pursuits being...
Gladiatorial arena
Yeah.
plus
Vice
shopping.
Den.
Yep, there you
And
go.
brothel.
Shopping mall plus...
Well, brothels
Coliseum.
included in Vice Den,
That's true.
but then also drinking and
So
gambling.
let's.
Then why do we specify
so,
blood?
But there's
so
a
comma,
casino and
comma.
everything.
Not many have blood sports as a vice, specifically.
Last session, most of you all pursued some more individualistic approaches. Let's see. Jules met with one of the performers at this hotel, Nicodemus Avransov. Got a little bit of a tour of his VR simulation room, I guess it would be. He's got about a dozen loungers. Or, wait, I don't remember what the canonical name. They're
Dream Lounger.
Dream Lounger. Fair enough. There you go. There's the kind of name. Let's see. Margie investigated one of the competitors from the Coliseum, Jorge Diaz, who he had recognized. And she got some information on what exactly he was pursuing and the group that he was traveling with. Let's see here. Frankie, what did you... Oh, yeah, you fucking
got
performed with the Protons.
And I got a saxophone for free.
You did. Yep.
Thank
I don't know
Frankie's
about for
best
free.
day
You did
ever.
give them a
Well,
performance,
Totally
but
unhappy meal.
Frankie didn't pay for it.
that's true. Well, no, he paid for it with the gift of
When
music.
you're doing what you love, you're not paying for it.
You're giving
There you
your
go.
soul to the people. That's a form of payment.
I don't think
Well, when you
anyone
put
knows
it
how
like
to react to
that.
that.
Jerry met with his brother, Pete, a.k.a. Radamanthus, who's building this whole academic researcher vague group, which I will not describe any more than I have just done. And was severely let down by how his older brother was treating him. Is there anything else that happened last night?
Jerry got high.
Yeah!
You did?
Remember you
Oh,
did-
yes, that's right.
Radamanthus
That's part of the
He
drugged
got
him
drugged by his brother.
Yeah.
to test his.
His brother made him do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
It was
know
for
how
a
brothers
theological
are good
sign.
influences. They
Oh.
get you back on the drugs that you've been clean from for years.
It was for a test to see if it was the cause of what he was undergoing.
No,
I
we
have
are
a
not
test.
justifying that.
Inject.
it definitely
Sucks for you, bro.
Bad idea.
Bye!
Oh, and he
It
said
wasn't kind.
Jerry
he did
multiple
indeed
times.
say Jerry.
Jerry.
Frankie also had a conversation with Armitage,
Oh yes,
Yes.
that's right.
as well as a small interaction with Pix.
Yes.
Towards the end.
Oh yes, that was lovely.
Oh, that was some beef.
Yeah. So technically, where we would begin tonight would be with Pix was actually planning to do some talking with the mob tonight. Unfortunately, Jacob is not here tonight, and he will be dearly missed. So we will deal with that next session when he is back. So after that, it is about 11 o'clock. I believe you all picked your sleeping arrangements, but is there any other nightly escapades that any of you would like to venture forth on?
Several.
Wow, okay.
First,
Avern several?
no.
Sorry.
First, I was gonna sell some stuff, and we talked about this. Can we just do this very quickly? And
Correct.
Have me sell. I want to sell the Pitfall game and the 2 pieces of jewelry I have on my
Okay.
person.
To make this simple, we're going to do a quick barter check. So,
Living
Pitfall
for
is
it.
one thing. What's the second thing?
The 2 pieces of jewelry that I
Jewelry.
have.
Okay. All right. For Pitfall, the difficulty is going to be 3. It is a barter check with charisma.
Can I sell the jewelry first
Yes.
in order to gain momentum to then sell Pitfall?
Smart thinking. The jewelry will be a difficulty of 1. Anything under that, and you will take a 20% value penalty on the base value. Which, how much jewelry do you have?
2 pieces, so 200 gold.
200
Or caps.
Caps.
Yeah,
Yes.
D&D.
Get out
What's
of
that?
here, D&D. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead and make that check. Any higher, and you'll sell the item for a higher value.
4.
4 successes. That means you get to sell this item at 160% of its normal value. pretty good. So just pulling out a calculator real quick.
Well,
Jules
no,
is
no,
like,
no,
"You
no.
want
Each
this,"
piece
and
is
they're
worth
like,
100, so 160% is literally 160 a piece.
Oh, all right. Which totaled
320.
is 320. There you go.
So there's
320
that.
caps. You
And
make
does
up
that
pretty
give
well.
me momentum for having rolled above the 1?
You either get extra caps or momentum. Pick one.
Okay.
That's a lot
caps.
of extra caps.
Caps. It is a lot.
You're gonna lose the momentum by morning anyway.
I just want it for the pitfall check.
Yes, which is 3. Because that's a bit of an odder item.
Yes. Do we have any momentum from last session? Does anybody remember? It was 2 weeks ago.
I don't think we
I
did.
don't think we did.
Get out of chat, you filthy bot. We don't want you.
Oh no.
Is it a bot?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I
Don't
Don't give him any
Um,
credence. Shush.
I
We're here to play
really
Fallout
want
2d20.
Another d20 so I can use cautious nature, but I can't get one.
I feel like bots are fairly Fallout in concept.
All right. I am just gonna do it. And
All
I
right.
get to re-roll 1 because of my fancy party outfit. Right?
Yes.
That's
You should
good.
reroll.
I should re-roll both. I'm gonna use
Yeah.
a luck.
Those are. Dang.
How many successes?
1 and a complication.
That was bad luck.
That was really bad. It was 18 and a 19, and then I re-rolled, and it was an 8 and a 20.
Okay.
Can't win.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
You said just one success?
Yes.
All right. So that means you would be able, you still get a choice, would be able to sell this item at, what is it? 1 point, oh wait, no, 0.06.
What?
Yes.
No, 0.6.
Right. Yeah, 0.6. Yeah, sorry. Did I say 0.06?
Oh, that would be
That would be a
awful.
bad deal.
That would be a really bad deal.
Yes.
So 0.6
60%
of
is
300 is...
120.
No, that's... It would be taken off that, so it would be 180.
No, 0.6 of
0.6 of
300.
300
Is 100.
Oh, 300. Okay, I thought it
Yeah.
was 200.
It's
Oh, you said
180.
300.
All right, we'll roll with 300 times 0.6. I
But-
trust
Maybe 100.
180.
That would give me an even 500 from the transactions, which is pretty good.
That is pretty good. Actually, overall, that's the same as if you'd rolled even for both.
Tragic. Oh, I guess
Still,
I'll do
though.
it. I want to have caps on hand.
Okay.
You seem sad about that.
No, well,
You're liquidating
that just
your
means that the
assets.
complication won't take place. But that's okay.
Well, then I'm really grateful I said that.
Yep, there you go. As you sell that Pitfall game to a nondescript vendor that you managed to flag down in the first floor market, I believe it's called, he would just mutter as he left, "Sucker!" There you go.
I'm not going to acknowledge that.
Yeah, you don't have to. I just
So,
had to
okay.
acknowledge that there was a complication.
I
Oh,
would
I
have
see.
acknowledged it.
I know. That's because Jerry is full of hot air.
Hey, you,
This is not.
I'm going to acknowledge you. Okay.
Okay.
And you also had another conversation planned, correct?
Yes. So, after Tabs is likely asleep,
She's waiting.
I do not want Tabs to be like disturbed by this. So I'm just gonna flick on my Pip-Boy
Yes.
on the nightstand or wherever there is,
Mhm.
and see if I can hail Pip real quick here.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you good to talk?
I mean, I don't sleep.
Right. Let's just keep it low for Tab's sake.
Yeah. Yep.
I just wanted to ask how you're doing.
Well, I'm, thinking a little bit. I mean, I've seen people die before, but this isn't like, it's weird to say, but like an ideal setting. Like, that person probably had a lot of like medical care and was probably taken care of, and they still ended. And I was just thinking about how I don't do that. I mean, if all goes well.
Are you happy about that?
I don't think that's a question I can answer now. Because I imagine if I said just right now, I'd say, yeah, it's fine. But when my friends and family start dying, probably not going to say happy then. Probably going to say sad then.
I don't think anybody says happy then.
Right. Yeah. I'm also thinking about, like, that Avrativ guy. gave that person like a lie to hold on to in the end, right? It's not a real thing.
Right. What does that make you think? Do you think it was worth it?
I was kind of hoping you could maybe share your opinion on that, but I know how you work. You want to know my opinion and stuff.
I want you to form your own opinion, Pip.
Okay, well, here's what I've thought of. I think that it shouldn't be our first recourse to give someone a lie to hold on to, but if you don't have anything else to give, then maybe you should. If that guy really had no other family alive, then maybe that was a good idea.
Do you think he knew it was a lie?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what, Pip. What I'm thinking about it is that people have a way of knowing what's real and what isn't. If you were in there, I think you'd be able to suss that out easily enough, knowing what you are. But people are kind of like that too. I think that's maybe the problem with Mr. Abransif's plan, is that no matter how long you live inside of a simulation, there's always going to be this nagging doubt that, no, it isn't real. No, this isn't all there is. And I think that some people could choose to live in it despite that. But I think that in this case, if he chose to overlook the lie and live in those last moments with his family, it was likely less about fooling him and more about him remembering what they were like.
Well, that definitely sounds awful nice, but you're human. You have organic senses. My senses are programmed. If you looked at my code, it would be probably remarkably similar to how those that VR works. You know, there's code that says this is what you see. It's based off of this camera.
Well, code doesn't mean that you're not alive, Pip. I mean, yes, generally that's what it
No,
means.
but it means I don't have that capacity to doubt, right? Because
wouldn't say
my perception works in the same way that those machines do. And
we're
yours
not
is
talking
special.
about the machines doubting anyways, are we? We're not talking about the machines doubting, we're talking about the people doubting.
Yeah.
And you're more like those people than you are like the code, regardless of where you came from. That's what
Even
makes
though
you
I don't
special.
have those special senses or a tongue.
Well, we're working on that one. But you know you're special, Pip. You know you don't work the way other machines do. So,
you-
so maybe your
Bashful
point would be
Pip face.
valid if you were talking about one of them, but you're not. You are alive. Your senses are real.
You know, that's always something that you don't ask for my opinion on.
That you're real.
Well, no, not that I'm real. I'm real, okay. But then I'm a person. That seems to be the one thing that you will continuously tell me, I guess. What makes you say that?
I'm not going to lie to you, Pip. You know why I ask you questions is because I don't want to influence you. I want you to be your own person and to figure things out for yourself, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean letting you decide what is real and what isn't. I'm still here to teach you, to show you what is real. It's just up to you what you make of that. Do you understand?
I think I do. But I also think that pretty much any ethical question is based on the presumption of what is and what isn't real.
I mean, sure. But I'm giving you a baseline. It's up to you what you want to build off of that.
Okay. I do think I am real. So,
That's good.
fun night at Xanadu.
You holding up all right, though? Aside from all the questions about your own lack of mortality.
I'm holding up fine. Might be nice to get moving again.
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
That's right. Yep. I guess I'll just go and, calculate pi until it's time.
All right. Well, good night, Pip.
Okay. Good night, Jules.
And after maybe tossing and turning for a while, she's going to get back up and grab her notebook and go downstairs.
Okay. Go downstairs.
Yeah, just do some work at the bar.
Okay. Which one? There are 5.
The one we were at earlier.
The jazz club? Or
Yes.
the bowling alley? Or the one in the casino? You've been to a lot of bars.
We have.
Yeah.
The jazz club. I think he's been to the casino one, and they've been to the bowling alley one. But I've
Correct.
only been to the jazz club one.
Yes.
So,
That's true.
clear winner.
We
Great
only
point.
need 3 more on the blueprints for the tongue.
Good. Okay.
Pip Tom. We were gonna give him whiskey immediately.
3 more?
Oh.
Do you still have on that tracker
can he get drunk?
the maximum that you need to get to?
We need 8,
8.
and I have 5.
Okay.
No, he's underage. He's 6.
Program out drunk feature. He is underage. I'll program this back in when you're 21.
He doesn't have blood to be intoxicated by alcohol. And don't give him blood next. He doesn't need that.
We're
He
giving
needs
him
a
blood.
drunk. He
I'm
needs
a
drunk
vampire
feature.
now.
No.
You
He's
can have
6
my
years
blood,
old.
Pip.
I mean, eventually you can put it like behind like a blocker, like in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Anyway,
I am removing the nanny protocol. Instant kill activated. Ha All right. Are you doing anything with journaling, or like you trying to talk
I'm
to
preparing
anyone?
some notes for Avrancev on his AI predicament.
Okay. Sounds good. Is that something you'd like to roll for, or is that something?
Oh, it's
I'll leave
okay.
it
Just
up to
something
you.
I'm preparing.
Okay,
And just something I want to
excellent.
make time to prepare.
Any other nightly things to explore?
sleeping.
Roll. No, don't.
Saxophone playing while
Oh wait,
he's sleeping.
if you have an injury, you
Oh.
may roll that
I
endurance
need,
plus
I
survival
need to
check.
roll for myself and for Hennig.
Muffled saxophone noise.
Really?
think
Okay.
it's-
Did he get wounded? Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make that roll.
I just got a complication
And nothing
Jerry's
else?
dying.
and nothing else.
Let me just patch this
Does
up.
anyone else have a medicine score?
Yeah.
Do you think you could tend to his wounds? Because
I mean-
you are allowed to assist a person in an endurance plus
if
survival
he
check.
would ask, then yeah.
That's the question. Would you ask for it?
I mean, I'm asleep, so I don't know if I would or not.
Assuming
Well,
this is
it's-
before you actually fall asleep. Otherwise, you
Correct.
couldn't tend to
Yeah.
yourself.
The implication is that if you are getting medical care from someone else, that you get like I don't know a little bit of a checkup before you go to bed or something like that.
If you're able to use your own medicine score or whatever, like, I don't know, like, there's no way that would just be someone standing over you while you're
do
asleep.
I like wake up in the middle of the night feeling like a heart attack or something?
with that complication. Mm-hmm. No, but there's a chance that the wound could have been infected.
Do I just wake up with pain or something?
Where's the wound located? Torso?
My torso.
Why are you gambling on this? Couldn't you just ask for help?
I don't know I need it.
Fair
There's a
enough.
little bit of pain. The complication will be whenever that torso gets hit, if it is ever hit again. I believe the Fallout ruling for that to see if the wound is opened again or not is rolling one effect die, and if you get an effect, the wound is reopened. I'm going to amend that with this complication and say if I get a 2 damage face, this one, then it also will be opened. So it's just an increased chance of this wound opening.
Okay, so I'm
Let me
not
confirm
dying.
that though. Injury, survival, hazards, damage.
Frankie's like, why is the bed covered in blood?
He's just like sleeping and there's like a fountain of blood.
Alarmed saxophone music.
Frankie's just like, Doc's got a bloody nose. Just rolls over.
Yeah, bloody nose. You know, if you're really unhealthy, it comes out of your chest sometimes.
The guy's normal.
It happens. It's like you breathe into your chest, it's an extension of the nose. It's still a nosebleed.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a quick reference for injury, but we'll just roll with if you are hit again, we'll look up the rules. But you'll probably have a chance to sleep again tonight. So
Okay, I'm just sleeping for
One would hope.
Sleep
straight.
again
Yeah.
tomorrow night?
8
No,
hours.
no.
Go
I'll
ahead and
die
make
first.
Hennick's check, though, and you can assist with that one.
I can assist.
Yes. Difficulty is, we'll say 2. You did some light travel, but no combat.
What is my assist? What do I use for assist? Medicine.
Medicine and intelligence.
Okay, so 3 successes.
3. Yeah, okay, 1 point of momentum. Maybe should have done him first.
Yeah.
All right. So Hennig is totally in perfect health.
So I'm not going to sleep immediately.
Okay.
I think Margie would have trouble sleeping in this weird place with so much going on,
That is a lot.
which is probably more than she's dealt with in a while, even though she's been dealing with a lot in general, but still, so much going on here. So she's gonna, get out of bed, just kind of wander around, not really having a specific thing in mind, but then thinking maybe if she could get a drink, that might help. So she's gonna wander over to the bar,
Which one?
the only one she's been to.
Which is the jazz club line.
Yep.
All right. All right. So, bartender would... Seems pretty lonely in here at this point in night. Julian is down here, though. Right? You said you were going to the jazz club?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm just probably at a booth, like sipping some water and writing down
Yeah.
some notes.
As I said earlier, Pluto's Rings is pretty expansive, so you might not see her initially. But it seems like this club is pretty sparse. Looks like there's only another occupied table in this room. I just got one guy with a fedora behind it.
Does he look sketchy at all?
Make a perception check.
I don't have my dice. Can I use
Yeah.
your
Oh,
dice?
of course. But also, here, I'll just switch it between us since you don't have dice. I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have taken up more of your space.
And then I forgot that I forgot them. I don't think that's anything.
Yeah, actually, if you had told me that, I would have wanted to make sure it wasn't Bellamy.
It's
Nope,
not
that is
bad.
one.
Make a perception check.
I got one success.
One success.
That's only because my survive is better than it used to be.
Is that a tag skill?
I think I upped that
No,
this
it is
level.
not. One.
One. Looks like a shady character, but not Bellamy.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think I know about Bellamy.
No.
Okay. Anyway,
But yeah, there
not
is
that I rolled better than you.
there is still someone behind the bar with, just wearing white collared shirt and a waistcoat. Just currently cleaning it down. There is soft jazz music playing from the speakers of this club. Holotapes are a thing.
So yeah, I'm gonna ask the bartender, are you allowed to take drinks out of here?
I'd say you could certainly take one outside Pluto's Rings. Just not outside of Xanadu grounds, of course.
Right. Yeah. Would I have to bring the glass back?
I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
What's your poison?
I don't. What do you have?
Scotch, wine, absinthe.
I'll just take. What's absinthe?
Absinthe? Well, absinthe is Spencer Benefield is not really prepared to describe what exactly absinthe is.
Go scotch, and then he's like absinthe. She's like,
What's
the
that?
who?
That sounds fun.
What is absinthe made of?
It's green from something.
Oh.
I believe it's
Like what's
Margie's like pretty.
I want to
It's
say
fermented
it's made
what?
from
Something with either a lot of starch or sugar, I'm sure.
Welcome to Fallout Cold Front, where we learn about alcohol. So our fact of the day.
anise.
Yes.
What?
That's what I was thinking.
It's an anise flavored spirit.
I
What is
knew it
anise?
was like anise is
Star
like
anise. Levi,
it
you know
tastes
what anise is.
licoricey.
Interesting.
It's
It's
spelled
like-
like ANISE.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Huh.
you sometimes get it in sausage. Sometimes you get it in cookies. Did you eat the biscochitos that I made?
Yes.
That has anise as one of the like main ingredients. That's anise.
And my point of ignorance for the night is that
wanna
I
say
thought that was pronounced
Biscochito.
anise.
In the
I would
Which I
have.
thought it was
I thought it was pronounced.
You can say
Anus.
however you want.
Okay.
It's
What?
very strong and is usually
Stop.
served watered down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Absinthe.
Or a nice.
All I know is what you can find in
A nice what?
I don't want to say.
Fallout New Vegas. I'm pretty sure absinthe gives you like +2 charisma. It's definitely one of the and intelligence if I remember correctly. It's one of the only alcohols in the game that does that.
Wild. Anyway,
But
About to
yes,
get so
that's what
smart.
absinthe is, and they have it.
I'll-
Lots of whiskey, though.
Margie slides over next to Jules and is like, these equations
smarter.
are boring.
Turns
Let
out I'm
me
as smart
see
as
that.
you. Presently, I don't know why.
After one
Yeah.
drink, I am intelligent to a whole new level.
I'll try the absinthe.
All right. That'll be.
Oh no, money.
Do I have that? Oh no, I don't have. I have 6 caps. It
I am
better be
pulling
below
this up
6
only
caps.
because I believe I have the page bookmarked. Don't ask me why.
I forgot I was broke.
Oh no, that's the disease page.
I didn't.
To be fair,
Wrong page.
in
Wrong
where
page.
Margie comes from, you don't like pay for things. They don't have money between them because it's a small enough community.
My favorite
So she would be
beverage,
used to
Arabian
just being
Blood.
like, "Can I have a drink?" And someone's like, "Yeah, I have this," and just
What?
getting it.
Absinthe isn't in this.
It's not in Fallout 4.
It's in New Vegas.
Say it's
only.
free.
Blah,
Say it's
blah.
free.
Time to look up the cost.
Say it's free.
It is not free. It's not on the house.
Say
Come
it's
on.
less than 6 caps.
I'll just find an equivalent. 8 caps.
Maybe you can get a half.
I'm gonna slide over 6 caps and just see if he counts or not.
You're spending the last of your money on a drink.
Yeah.
As I said, 8 caps. That's 6.
Is there anything I could do to make up the difference?
Put 2 more caps down on the table.
I don't have. Maybe if you gave me like.
Can I roll a perception check on this?
We listen.
This bartender's like, "Who is this woman? Can you leave?"
I'd pay the 2 caps if I knew, but
How is she gonna drink? I wonder.
She was gonna take it back to the room.
Emergency.
Listen, the
Induction
absinthe is a bit rarer. We've got beer, wine, vodka as well, whiskey, all
It's-
5 caps.
It's just I've never tried absinthe.
Roll a charisma check first.
Me?
Yes, and I'm saying charisma rather than.
You can re-roll one of them with
Barter.
the formal wear.
But it's one harder for the mask.
oh,
Correct. Difficulty was.
I swear that was a 20 both times. Was it? Or was it a 19?
no,
and
it was a
20?
19 and then 20. Okay, we're gonna banish that to dice jail.
I don't.
And we're gonna start rolling with
that's
3. Because these are the ones that have not betrayed
that's
us
nothing. That's one complication. So technically it's -1 and a complication.
tonight.
Why don't you just go try the slot machines? Maybe you can get 2 caps that way.
All right.
Difficulty is increased because of Margie's mask.
Oh, she was camouflaged. Ooh.
Bounced out.
No, it didn't even go in the first place. Perception plus.
So difficulty would start at 2 and is now 3.
Goodness.
I got 2.
Also stealth, apparently.
It's just hard to hear.
I got
Yeah.
2. That's
Well,
it.
but she would be
Nope.
able to see me like sadly walking away with my caps and with no drink.
I am suspicious after Bellamy, after all. So I am probably like,
I imagine
You
she's
didn't make the
taking-
check.
Yeah,
that's
she's
fair. That's fair. I had to try.
probably taking her caps and
Go to the slot machines?
looking for the slot machines. And if she sees Julian before then, she'll probably stop in there first.
Yeah, roll a perception check. Difficulty of 1.
Poor
It's-
Margie. Oh, one of these. These are the ones that have not screwed us over yet. Oh. Gotta reroll that. I know.
Okay.
That's better.
What was this check? Was it a perception survival?
Yes.
Critical success.
Okay, you get 1 point of momentum. Yeah. Julian is in the room.
I'll
we
go
go.
over there first with my sad caps. My sad 6 caps.
Nathaniel, the video that you sent was a podcast of a couple of Taiwanese people and had nothing to do with nukes.
What? Okay.
It was funny, but just wanted to give you context. No
That's
context
very
for anyone
correct.
else. All right. So yes, Julian's there. Behold.
I'm gonna go up, putting my 6 caps back in my pocket, and say, "Do you mind if I join you?"
Oh, hey, Margie. Yeah, go ahead. Can't sleep?
You doing better than you were?
Yeah. You noticed that?
It seems like you were drinking a little more than normal, maybe.
Well, I mean, there was better stuff around to drink than normal.
Well, it's expensive.
You need a forward on your next paycheck or something?
Oh, no, it's just... I haven't heard of absinthe before, and they have it, but it's 8 caps, and I don't have that. But it's fine.
She'll go digging around and she'll pull out 8 caps and kind of just slide them to Margie.
Oh, no, I have 6.
I just sold some things in the market anyway. Go ahead.
I'm going to take 2 and slide the other 6
Margie,
back.
I think it's probably better for you not to walk around with no money anyways.
It's not like 6 caps, it's much more than 9.
Well, yeah, but it's enough for most things you might need from the day-to-day.
Here's 6 caps. Go buy yourself a plasma rifle.
Just keep it in case.
All right. And then I'll go get the absinthe and come back.
Okay, you are served 1 absinthe. So, this is an alcoholic beverage. All alcoholic drinks have the same effect. Until the end of the scene, you may re-roll 1d20 on strength and charisma tests, but increase the difficulty of intelligence tests by 1.
Dang.
In addition, alcoholic drinks are addictive. After drinking the beverage, roll a few... Oh, wait, no, that's just a... Yep. Let's see. If 2 or more effects are rolled, you are addicted, and add +1 to the difficulty of charisma and agility tests, while not under the effects of certain perks.
Margie drinks 1 absinthe and becomes an alcoholic.
Julian, what have you drunk tonight?
3 gin and tonics.
Goodness.
Please roll 3 damage die for me, please.
What am I trying for?
Wait,
2 effects.
Addiction.
do it.
You are an alcoholic.
Things I was not expecting to find out about myself this session.
You have become addicted to alcohol.
How do I fix that?
Great
Addict
question.
doll. Addict doll's a way to do it.
Where
This is the funniest thing to me, because this is so not how this works.
Yeah, there's Thames.
Darn Bellamy made me addicted to alcohol.
Margie's like, you doing all right? You were drinking a while ago. Yeah, I'm good. I'll keep drinking forever, though.
Do you want me to look it up, Spencer?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's actually a permanent change. But
On
other
the
than
Thames
that,
amount, it has like an
I
associated.
feel like something
addiction
inside of me
penalty
has
with each
fundamentally
item,
shifted.
but
I
can't seem to
need
find one
more
in
gin and
beverages.
tonic.
But
it's
it
not
clearly
the first
says
time
that
I've
you
had
can become
alcohol,
addicted to
but
alcohol.
this time it hit different.
All right,
I was like,
Margie,
wow, that really fixed my
roll 1
problem.
effect die, please.
Is there a place for me to take off the mask in private to drink it, or no?
You could find a shadowy, stealthy corner here, or you could go back to your room, or I don't know, book a room somewhere else.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for right now.
You are actually planning on drinking that?
Later.
I'm not going to criticize, but do you mind if I ask why?
I thought it might help me sleep.
No, I mean, not that. I mean about the you not taking off the mask to drink it part.
Oh, there's people around still.
You worried about that guy?
He's one.
Point taken. Is that something that you see changing?
I don't know.
This is a tiny, minor retcon, but Pix may be seated at that booth with that person. May.
Interesting. To be determined next session.
Correct.
To be determined.
Sorry. Okay.
Throwback.
Spencer, the addiction effect is just the +1 difficulty to charisma and agility. There's no other.
Oh, okay.
That
No
sucks.
other penalty to alcohol.
That sucks.
Yep.
I'm sure there would be a dick doll here to buy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I bet
How much
there's
does
so
it
much.
cost?
A dick doll?
You keep going.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
There's also an AA group.
I'm not sticking around long enough for that.
Julie's like, you go on ahead, guys. I gotta join the AA group in
Rachel?
Xanadu."
Yes.
125 caps for a dick doll. But you can try and barter.
Gosh,
Or
darn
you
it.
could try to get Jerry access to a chemistry station at some
You
point.
can make a dick doll.
Yeah, at
Well,
some
I
point
had,
is
I
what
had
I'm
some
worried about.
before when we were gonna go on the train.
Yeah.
That's right.
They took
Alright.
everything I had.
It's okay. I'm decent at barter.
You can also re-roll one charisma check because you're still slightly drunk.
Love that for me.
Or if you
not.
needed to do a strength check.
But
There
I
you
have
go.
a drink nearby.
Mind if I ask something, Margie?
I guess that's fine.
You don't have to answer it if you're not comfortable. But it's just been a point of interest for a few days here. When I was teaching you to shoot your energy weapon, I asked you a bunch of questions, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
You took them decently well in stride, all things considered. You're a pretty good shot.
Thanks.
But you flinched when I asked you what your first memory was. And that was before Sarge shot at you, so I figured it had to do with the question.
Right. I remember that.
You don't owe me an answer. I'm just asking.
What's your question?
Why?
It's kind of a confusing thing to think about. I'm not sure if it's a bad memory or not. I think I said that it was about my father. Well, my first memory, the first thing I remember is the last time I ever saw him. I think it was the night he left. It's kind of an odd thing to think about.
Do you know where he went?
No, that would have been 18 years now, at least. He was the only person that I know of that's ever left Cooney for good.
Ever.
Till now.
All right. So if it's so uncommon, why did you leave?
I couldn't stay.
Why not?
That part gets complicated. I don't know that I'm comfortable talking about all of it yet.
That's fine.
Maybe get her another absinthe.
But since I don't know where he went, but he's somewhere in the world.
Are
So
you
I
looking
don't-
for him?
I would, but I'm not sure if I know how to. I don't really have much to go on.
Do you have anything to go on? Do you remember anything?
I think I'd recognize him. And then, well, I kind of remember how I felt about what he was saying. I didn't know he was talking about leaving, but I think he was trying to tell me that's what was happening. But he said a word, and I didn't know what it was, and I guess I still don't know what it means. He said something about Iota. It's not much to go on.
It really isn't.
I don't really have anything else.
Do you think he told you why he was leaving and you just don't remember?
Maybe. I don't think I understood. I was too young to really understand what was happening. I only think I remember it being the night he left because I realized later that's what it must have been.
It's kind of a long shot, but I actually met someone today who's interested in bringing memories back to the forefront of minds using simulation. I'm actually writing some notes for him now.
How does he do that?
Well, he doesn't yet. But he's hoping to use AI to do it, which is why we got talking in the first place. And I think I would know how to do it, or at least could give him some tips.
If he could help me remember everything about it, that would be nice.
I mean, I know we're heading out of here in the morning, but we could at least ask, if you would like.
If you wouldn't mind.
I think it might be better if you're there to help explain it, but we can go. You know, I am getting a little bit tired, actually, but you should probably have a little bit more than 6 caps on hand until our next paycheck. Why don't you go ahead and just take this until you get to your next paycheck, and you can pay me back at that point. And she'll kind of slide over 50 caps.
No, I can't. No.
It's not a gift, it's an advance. As someone working with your employer.
Okay.
Now I'm going to head up. If you want to drink that in peace.
Thanks.
Good night, Margie.
Night.
And I'm going to try to go to bed again.
Okay. No one's taken fatigue damage.
I'm gonna take the caps, go find some quiet corner where no one is,
Mm-hmm.
really quick drink that absinthe,
Mm-hmm.
and then go up and go to bed.
Okay. Roll 1 damage die. This is actually quite unnecessary because you're only drinking 1.
Nothing.
There you go. You handle your drink pretty well.
Margie's good at this.
There you go.
She can
You're
handle
still,
her alcohol.
yeah,
She's no lightweight.
that's right. All right. Any other night business? Okay. So you all would sleep pretty well, except for Jerry, because of the wound.
And then I'd
Would
also
I
need
get
to roll
would
for
I
my
get a
wound.
full 6 hours of sleep though?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Oh, sorry. No, that was just a flavor thing of saying like you didn't rest
Okay.
well. I'm just saying your wound isn't healed. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone gets actual good 8-hour rest, or at least 6. So
I need
you're
to-
good.
Frankie would probably wake up to hear Jerry sitting on the other side of the bed scarfing down like a bunch of his rations in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Jeez, Doc. It's only been like 12 hours.
And he's also sharing a little bit with Hennig as he just looks over his shoulder at him.
You want to like save some for the road, Doc? Oh, you know, that reminds me. I never asked you how your conversation went with your brother. He sounded excited to see you. Was surprised.
Well, surprise is a word. Didn't sound like it went too well on your end.
No, they recognized me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them did.
Mine didn't go much better.
Oh. Is he still going to be able to help, Doc?
I don't know. Well, I mean, yes. But I don't know if he will.
Maybe you just caught him at a bad time, you know? Dealing with the mob is a really stressful situation. I mean, maybe if you met with him today, he'd be a little more open to conversation.
I never thought he'd meet with the mob. I mean, I knew he would. I knew some of the things he was capable of, but I thought at least he had a little bit of, a little bit of pride at least in what he did to avoid stooping down that low.
Well, I mean, people do desperate things sometimes. I mean, most people don't go to the mob just as their first point of help, you know?
I know.
Is he after something?
I don't know. He's after somebody. All I know is he's looking for somebody capable of doing implants. That's all he told me. He's also wants the mob's resources.
Well, if he's slinging chems, they got plenty of resources for that, but...
Thing is, he makes chems, but the chems he makes, I don't see him ever willingly giving them all to the mob.
were these those special drugs that you were talking about back in Columbus?
Yes. He finished it.
Like he took them all, or he?
No, he perfected his formula without me. With his new little companion.
Well, if they're getting involved with the mob, I mean, it sounds like you're a little better off without them. I know you need his help to fix you, but I don't know, now the business just sounds slimy.
It is, but I'm dying and there's no one that will help me or can help me. The only one who can won't. I'm more of a science project to him than I am an actual patient.
Are you telling me you can't fix yourself?
I've tried. I can't find what's wrong.
So why'd you stop?
I've worked on it for 10 years.
So why'd you stop? Doc, every town we've been in, I've seen you patch up people who don't deserve to be patched up. People society says don't need it. Like the old man you helped on the road out of South.
The Arb.
The Arb.
The Arb.
Everyone was just leaving him behind, but you stopped to help him. If anyone can fix your condition, I'm sure you can do it just as well as your brother can. I don't think it's worth stopping trying.
Shut up, my brother's calling me.
Hey, do you have the cure?
At
You
this,
just gotta keep trying, Doc.
I don't know what I'm leaving behind.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Pete has his reasons to live, his purpose in life. I can't do what he's done, and he's let me know that. I don't even know. I want to live, but I don't know why. For what purpose.
You know, there's a lot of days where I ask myself the same question. Yeah, I want to make the world feel better too, Doc, but there are some days where it doesn't feel hopeful. Feels like I can't make a difference. But I think all the people you've helped would tell you otherwise.
I don't know if I have time to worry about that right now. I think we have bigger things to worry about with my brother.
You would just hear a holotape
that-
file of Reveille come from the main room. Everyone, it is probably 8 a.m., and Sergeant Corporal is waking you all up because the sun is shining.
Gracious.
Yep. Rise and shine, maggots. The sun is burning, and it's time to go back to Indy. I hope. Well, maybe. Get up out of bed. Someone give push-ups. I might go insane.
I'm gonna attempt push-ups.
All right, roll a strength check. Partial successes.
Oh.
No.
You cannot perform a single push-up. Not one.
Margie.
I'm probably walking out
Alright.
to see what's going on and see this. Can I do a quick check to see if I notice anything physically wrong with
Oh.
Margie?
I also didn't roll for my chest injury.
Roll for it.
There's something physically wrong with Margie.
She can't do push-ups.
What is this? What is this check?
Endurance plus survival. Difficulty of 2.
Maybe.
My
Unless
endurance is a 4, but my survival
I'm gonna say it's
is
a bit
4.
late to get
Hey.
medical help from.
I
Oh
got
wait,
2 successes.
you're good.
Just
Yep.
because my
You're
Yes,
survival is
Margie.
good.
Yes. So as you just like get down to start to do a push up, you get up. That's easy. But as soon as you're going down, it's like okay, I'm going down, and you just collapse to the floor.
The final push
Can,
up.
can I do a perception and medicine check to see if I
final
notice
one
anything wrong
push-up.
with her?
Sure, absolutely. Sergeant Corporal just says, maybe you can join the Air Force then.
1 success.
For what?
I'm looking to see if you look like anything's wrong with you, like you
Oh,
only have
okay.
4 hit points or something.
She's weak.
Did I regain hit points?
Huh?
Did I regain any hit points?
Yeah. All
All
hit
of
points
them?
are regained
Okay.
unless you have radiation damage. Only way to get rid of those
Okay.
is
Yeah.
rat away and Brahmin milk.
Never mind.
Rataway is what we give to Radamanthus to make him go away.
Oh.
Radix improves your radiation resistance. It doesn't remove any rads you have.
Good morning,
it's a
everyone.
preventative.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And her Radax was removed from her grasp, and then she immediately took radiation
I don't remember.
damage.
Did Tabs talk to Fletcher before he went to talk to his brother? The whole girls' therapy test session? That was like so long ago. I don't
Yes,
remember.
that was
okay.
before.
And then he went to talk to his brother. Okay.
Did you all rest well?
Yeah.
Well, that is probably the only night of rest in a bed we're going to get for a long time, so I hope you enjoyed it. Now, we're all going to have to meet up with Cortland in about an hour here, so I would recommend you all get ready.
Tabs is gonna kind of try to like pull Jerry aside and be like, "How'd the conversation with your brother go last night?"
Could have gone better. I'll leave it at that.
You gonna be all right?
I don't think so.
Do you want to talk about it? Or...
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Well-
I don't think so.
Jules rips a couple pages of her notebook out and she goes, Doctor, I met your brother the other day.
Oh, you did.
Yes, I mean, just very briefly, but he seemed nice.
Where? What?
He said the conversation went well.
That... I'm sorry. Who did you meet last night?
Frankie's just like,
Tabs is
She
having
looks
this like epitome
over
moment of,
Jerry's
like,
shoulder at Frankie and makes like the kind of what face at him and then goes,
Who did you meet?
Pete.
Pete. And where did you meet him last night?
I met up with Avrancev, the neuromentalist here.
The who?
A neuromentalist?
Oh, the
He
handsome
runs a
fella.
show here.
Just go on a date.
Thank you for watching out for me, Tabs.
What was he doing there?
They said they had a meeting.
What's your friend do? Your not boyfriend.
Instantly. He does a show here. He's kind of a hypnotist. And he runs a virtual reality simulation bank.
Ooh, I bet you
He's-
could do
he's a
that. The
s-
hocus pocus and make you fall in love with him.
Is
You
he a
know,
scientist?
I
Gotta be careful.
I don't know. what
Gotta
you're talking
watch
about,
out
Tabs.
for that.
Is he a
Thank you.
scientist?
Yes. I mean, I thought it was pseudoscience at first, but he explained it, and it's all actually very much based in, what is the
Neurology?
discipline that I'm looking for? Neurology?
Neurology? Yeah.
Is that it?
Sure.
Neurology.
Study of the brain.
Neuroscience? Yeah.
Neuroscience, that's what I was looking for.
What kind of
Yeah.
science does he do specifically?
Neuroscience specifically. He does a bit of technology, but not really his strong suit. Actually, I've got some notes to deliver.
Does he do implants?
Yes. Why do you ask?
We should go talk to your friend.
Is there
Joining
shit
up.
to the matter?
Joining up with my brother is a bad idea.
Is your brother bad news?
I mean, honestly, Doctor, I'm kind of surprised you haven't joined up with your brother by this point. You were pretty keen to leave us and go find him just a
At this
couple of
point,
days ago.
At this point, even if I wanted to, he wouldn't take me.
I take it things went more poorly than he told me.
Well, they always did go more poorly than he said.
Ozzy, one of those snake oil salesman type of fellas. You know, they like to charm everybody. Don't
My
tell the
brother
truth.
is bad news for Indiana and Ohio and anywhere he goes.
It's a different tune than I've been hearing, Doctor.
Time changes people, and you hope that it's for the better. And sometimes it's only for the worse.
So, what's your concern?
My brother is developing, well, he's finished developing C-24. And back in the vault, he was the overseer. And he did a lot of things that I'm not proud of to accomplish our mission.
Finishing C-24.
Well, yes, as a means of finding a way of strengthening humanity. But for my brother, that also means rooting out the weak.
I see. And he plans to do this to everywhere.
He was an ardent eugenicist.
What's that?
It's when you use means of controlling human population and, in a sense, breeding.
Oh, like
People.
farm animals?
Yes, but with people.
Oh, so you like
It's a
kill
means.
off the weak ones in a sense, but like
It's a means of
humans.
trying to ensure that the best genetic traits are promoted in the gene pool.
So, Doctor, how exactly does C-24 do that?
C-24 is designed to enhance the physical and mental aptitudes of the individual who takes it.
So if you kill off those weak ones and only have the best of the best people and then make them take this drug, you'll have like super people.
Well, in a sense, but I remember in the vault there were strict protocols where almost anyone born with any kind of disability would be abandoned in the wasteland to die.
Not to be like rude, but how come you're still here then? Assuming you were like this.
I didn't want to ask what I wanted to ask.
I'm not saying that in like a bad way, you know, just
No.
I'm just saying. Like you're saying they're throwing them out in the wasteland. How come they didn't throw you out in the wasteland?
Because of my mother.
Was she somebody important?
Well, she was the overseer's wife. Our father was the overseer before. He didn't. He wanted to.
Well, for
But-
the record, I'm glad they didn't throw you out in your wasteland. And your father sounds like a nasty guy. I need to look up like West Virginian insults and
So,
start
why
using
is he
them.
traveling now? Why is he gathering more people? What's the end goal? I can see
'Cause
how we could do
everything
that in a
was
vault.
lost. Everything in the vault was lost. We had a falling out.
Oh,
The
Credits.
our parents passed away when I was about 7 years old. And after that, my brother raised me, and he became the overseer. After that, well, I don't know, he never had the heart to put me out of my misery or send me away. So he kept me there, but he kept the other programs going. When you have a very small pool of people reproducing generations and generations, you'll have more and more of these imperfections in the gene pool popping up. So they continued the eugenics program, and they continued weeding out those people born, and there was a bit of unrest that the overseer's own brother wasn't put under the same rules. So there was a riot, and the vault was destroyed. My brother, I don't know who left with him, but
But he's not in a vault anymore, Doctor. That's what I'm asking. Is
Yes, he's
sure you could do
traveling.
something like that in a population that size, but he's not the president. Last I checked.
I know, but
What is he trying to do?
I don't know. But if I know anything about my brother, Gnosis will become more like a Sparta than an Athens.
Who's Gnosis?
My brother's followers.
Is it cult leader?
He
A scientific one, if you could call it that.
Is he someone that we're going to need to be worried about on a broader scale?
Depends on if we get in his way or not.
I mean, is he someone that's going to cause problems in the region?
He's trying to work with the mob. But I don't know
What
he
can the mob
wants.
offer him?
Resources, finances, equipment.
But I don't see what good that does if he's not in control of the population in the first place.
Exactly.
Is he sending the mob around to go kill people he doesn't like, or
Oh no.
I'm trying to fill in pieces here, Doctor.
I don't know enough about what he wants to do at this point. Before it was just creating a paradise in the vault. Now that the vault's gone and 10 years have passed, I don't know what his long-term goals are. I know he speaks of a higher purpose and shoves me aside for his higher purpose, but I don't know what it is yet. Regardless, I think it's bad news, and I don't think your friend should be working with him for his own sake.
I mean, anybody that kills off people because they're like disabled,
My
don't
brother,
sound like a very good person to me.
my brother can put on a face and a front when he wants to, when he's trying to recruit someone. I think your friend, if he's a good man, would want to know the truth.
I mean, we can tell him, but I hardly know him personally.
So you're saying your brother was a hypocritical murderer, and he got worse?
And he's a charmer too.
Yes, that's what I'm gathering.
I'll ask Cosmo to look into what he's doing. If we can get any more information ourselves, it might be helpful, but this should be something that Polis's attention is on.
He said he'd meet me later in Indianapolis. I can try to find more information there.
Right.
They've
If we're lucky, maybe he's told Nico something. I can ask him too.
Last night he told me that he finished, well, I found out that he finished C24, and that now he's looking for a scientist who specializes in implants.
And I suppose that's why he's found Avernsiv then, isn't it? All right, we'll talk to him and see what he's heard about Radamanthus's goals. Margie and I needed to head down there anyways, so it works out well.
I just don't know what he's offering the mob. I don't see him willingly giving them C24 if he can help it. And even if he did, they wouldn't be able to use it.
Well, I'm not sure we can ask the mob for more information, but
I know. But even if he did give it to them, they wouldn't be able to use it.
Why not?
Because in order to use it, it needs an activator virus that we developed in the vault.
that's clever.
It's based off of the FEV virus. We just muted some of its more harmful tendencies.
You definitely don't know what that is. You
Yeah.
might know what that is. Tabs, you don't.
Definitely not. Well,
You
if it affects anything like,
in Appalachia
Farm.
Appalachia, yes, it does.
oh, okay, wait, I don't know what it is in real life though. What is
It's
Forced
essentially
evolutionary
pretty much
virus.
every single thing in
Oh my
Fallout that is a
gosh.
mutant comes surprisingly not from
Oh.
radiation, but comes from the FEV. So
Okay.
super mutants, death claws,
What about like even
Oh.
Brahmin?
giant geckos. Brahmin, I think, are actually just radiation.
Well, that's also what happens if you put, like, a cow in a super radioactive environment.
Yeah.
They start getting two heads and stuff. That's legitimately a radiation thing.
Jules, you would definitely know what the FEV is.
Ain't that thing that makes like super mutants and stuff?
Well, yes, not the same virus. It's a mutated form.
What's
So
it?
he's going around. getting
So
people sick.
why that as a delivery mechanism? Does it change people
Well,
in some fundamental way?
essentially, all the compound does is it forces the virus to, well, the chemical and the virus mix together to almost force the body to produce enormous amounts of adrenaline.
That doesn't
know.
seem like it'd be sustainable.
No. But I don't know. That's where we were stuck when I left.
And you're saying he's cracked it.
He's cracked it somehow. Before, we were able to get short bursts of energy, but it greatly inhibited intelligence and any kind of mental capabilities of the subject.
So it made you dumb and strong.
Yes. But
So
only
more
for
of
a
a-
short time.
More of a recipe for soldiers than it is a human race, don't you think?
Yeah, he sounds like he's gonna try to like take over. You know, super army.
So you're telling me that it's not just normal standard army issue buff out,
No, it's something far more potent.
not psycho.
Imagine all the army chems put together.
Doc, where are they headquartered?
I
don't
will
know.
imagine.
He didn't tell you anything about where to find him?
No, he said he'd find me.
All right. Next time you meet him, you should be a little bit more specific. Try and get that information out of him if you can. Is this the last thing you're hiding from us?
Actually thinking.
You're like, wait, what?
Jerry's like in universe, like, do I have any other crazy secrets that are gonna really affect everyone?
I mean, half of it he just found out last night. Like,
Well, but I mean, he didn't know what C-24 is and what it did. He didn't tell us.
No.
Is this the last thing that's going to impact us that you're hiding from us?
Yes.
Insight check. Probably a 1. That looks like a 1 to me.
It does look like a 1.
I got a 1, 2,
What's your 1?
7.
10.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
you
it.
control the conversation to what you want.
All right.
All right. Well, that's a very sad story, Dr. Fletcher. Do you want to know what makes me sad?
My brother wants to build a utopia on Earth.
No,
Like the communists.
you do.
What?
Maybe we should chug on over to Mamby-Pamby land, where maybe we can find some self-confidence for you, you jackwagon.
Hey, you oversized toaster, can it? He's upset. Let him grieve.
I'm gonna like pat his head and be like,
Well played. You should be more like her.
Well, Doctor, for now, we're going to go ahead and talk to Abraham about what he said to your brother. And I'm going to tell Horus and Cosmo to look out for Gnosis. I'll see if I can gather some more information that way. Anything you can give us would be helpful. So if you can try and get information about what he's doing, where they're located, how many of them there are next time that you see him, it would be a good turn.
Spencer,
Yes.
would Frankie know anything about the mob drug trafficking scene specifically in Indianapolis? Like locations of chem producers, or maybe
Meth labs.
not meth labs.
Yeah. You would remember. Well, you know what? I'll give you the chance.
At
for
least
some
of dealers.
AP. Go ahead and make a. What would memory be? Probably intelligence or perception or charisma, since it's people. Let's roll with charisma. Charisma and we'll say a mob focus of 3. You've been out of the game for a while, but some things tend to stay the same. Difficulty is 1.
I was gonna say that's one success.
Okay. You would remember that, though I've tended to feature a lot of the bigger cities that we know today, most of what the mob actually does is in more fortified, established towns. So, like, instead of Boston, like Diamond City. In the case for Indiana, they did have a pretty big manufacturing hub and distribution hub in Deanville.
is that where the sausages come from?
No. Jimmy Dean!
I love him.
Is that
Oh,
is that
There
near
was a
Indianapolis?
man that
I don't
I
actually know
loved.
where
Kind of.
Deanville is.
I don't remember the name. It's based off of a pre-war town, but let me. Okay. I don't remember what. I'm just looking up the. Let's see. What's the name of the town?
sandwiches.
Oh, the sandwiches are different.
Oh,
I'm talking about the rolls.
I used to like them,
Marion, Indiana.
but then I had too many.
I'm not
and they
making
were
this
all
up.
I ate.
Figure.
And half the time
Yep.
they weren't cooked all the way through and they
Correct.
tasted like paper towel.
But in the town
No
that
big
is
then I
now,
ate them
or
on the way to class. And
that
it
in our
sucked.
world is
that's
Marion,
fair.
Indiana, but
I'm talking
in this
about
world
the
it is Deanville.
Box of sausage.
Okay.
I associate them with my deeply traumatic first semester.
It's
of senior year.
probably, other than
So-
Xanadu,
Senior
the
high
biggest
school.
settlement in
No.
Indiana.
College.
Fair enough. They really do kind of taste like paper towels.
So if he's
sometimes.
taking
It's like,
advantage of
upsetting.
mob resources,
I thought it was because I
that
wrapped
would
them in paper
definitely be a
towels.
location
and
to
kicked
look
them on the
for.
go, but it wasn't.
Yes,
I just-
absolutely.
It's a thing. I don't know.
Pix would also probably pipe up and say,
Sausage.
all right, time to give my best picks.
Sandwich would be better.
Ahem. Pix would say, oh wait, did you mention anything like in person about like your interest in the mob and that sort of thing with?
No,
Sorry.
Frankie's not brought it up yet.
Okay, right. Never mind. Then Pix would not say anything.
All right, everyone, do what you've got to do. We'll see you in an hour at the bar.
I
And I'm gonna head. And
Are we staying here?
All right, who's going to Avrancev right now?
Sounds like half the group is going.
Frankie
just
will wait for
wondering.
Cortland in the regular meeting location.
Okay.
Habs is getting very
Yeah,
nosy about
you
where
just
this
said out
drama
front.
is gonna go.
Frankie.
I love that for her.
Yeah, she's like drama.
Frankie would be wearing the other getup, not his suit, because he's going to throw his suit to someone, and also the executive credit card of Armitage. Oh, by the way, everyone, I had a conversation with Armitage. This is like her personal voucher for free stuff in Xanadu, so you can get something.
What did you have to give her for that?
I actually can't remember.
One chocolate bar. No.
What?
Frankie's like, I blacked out and I woke up with her credit card.
Well,
Like,
well, she heard through the pipeline that I was impersonating Barnes. That was mostly all the conversation was about. I think she really wants to know where Buster's secret chocolate stash is, though.
You didn't give it to her, did you?
I gave her my chocolate bar, not the like earlier to be nice. I did not
So-
tell her where the secret stash is.
So whether it was a trade for the chocolate bar or a bribe to try and get you to tell her where the stash was, what was that?
I think she's building her own personal network.
Now she'll go ahead and grab one. Fair enough.
Grab one.
It's technically
One
one,
of the
card.
vouchers. Oh, it's
yeah,
one card for all of us?
Yeah.
It's like a business
Oh.
card, right?
It is it's a sheet of paper that just says, give them one thing each.
All right, then maybe you'd better come along and we'll go ahead and
very big.
pick some things up on the way back.
No, that's all right. We need someone to wait for Cortland outside, right?
Well, sure, but we're going to have to leave when we find
I'd like to-
Cortland.
I can
so
wait for a Cortland. I don't care much for
I like to
this
think that Pix
hokey
is just like
science
the
stuff.
NPC in the background this whole session, just following us along.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
we'll go talk about Jerry's brother and then we'll get some upgrades on the way back.
and I forgot, but Cosmo found something in Jorge's stuff, and I hand her the holodisc.
What would I know about that?
This is an ID card. It is definitely used for scanning on scanners to get into important places. Roll a intelligence. Hidden focus that I won't name of 5.
Fascinating. Tagged?
Yes.
All right.
Anytime I say
Dang,
hidden
man.
focus, consider it to be tagged. Or hidden skill. Sorry.
What is the other one? The other one's bad, but do you have anything to reroll?
No. 2.
2. One action point for you.
Yeah.
You would definitely know USN is none other than United States Navy. This is a military ID badge, so it's probably going for something pre-war.
Pre-war military badge. That's interesting.
You would also be able to discern based on the fact that it's USN and the Corinthian is italicized. That Corinthian is referring to a ship.
See, United States Navy right there. Lieutenant Commander. That's the ship Corinthian. I don't know what this would be doing so landlocked. It could be something maybe on the Great Lakes.
It's someone was in Minnesota. Is that true? Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
They were in Minnesota and then Jorge took it here, so they might have been closer to the Great Lakes.
That would track. Probably to open some kind of a pre-war facility. Did he say what it did?
He was trying to find something, and he said it was really important, and if anyone learned about it, they would want it. So I don't know what it is, but I do know that it's probably something interesting.
Could be some kind of military tech, possibly.
The location you will refer to is Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
I will relay Sheboygan.
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 We love Midwestern names.
That's
We were
great.
big in Sheboygan.
Yep. I encourage some of you to look that up on a
Today
map.
on a random line from Home Alone that I don't know why I have.
I will,
memorized.
once we're not in session.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, I'm not sure there's much more I can tell you. This is meant to open something. It's not like it's data storage.
If
At
we
least
ever-
not as much as a normal holodisk is.
If we ever find what it goes to, that might be an interesting thing to check out. Seems like it was important to him and to a bunch of other people.
Seems like a bit of a needle in a haystack, but I suppose if we approach the Great Lakes at any point, we could try.
Well, the Navy couldn't be
It's a
very
lot of
many
Great Lake to
places.
cover.
It would either be, if it was from before the war, I would imagine that it's either at the bottom of the ocean, at which point I don't see what good it would do to have an ID card, or it would have been in some sort of dock or something.
I mean, definitely by the water. I'm not sure there's much we could do at this point, but if you could get some more information about it, we could maybe work with that.
Well, the only other information I can get from Jorge is if I give him that, and I'm not going to do that.
Is that going to cause a problem with Jorge?
No. He doesn't know I have it.
All right.
He wasn't sure if I could even get it. He thought I'd have to steal it, but I just asked for it.
Well,
Hold on a second. There's a Lieutenant Commander Blakely around here somewhere. Is he hiding? Where is he?
that's the name of the person who this was meant to identify.
Interesting.
Are you reading it as him?
Yes, I am. You should give that to me. That doesn't belong
Give that
to you.
to me and see if he thinks I'm a lieutenant.
No, he
No, I
thinks
don't
the
think
card
you're
is-
Lieutenant Commander Blakely. That just belongs to him.
He's probably
He's dead now.
No, he's MIA.
Well, he's MIA, so we can just give it to him when we find it.
Are you looking for him? Mm-hmm. Roll a deception check. Unless you are telling the truth. Just roll a
It's
speech
ambiguous.
check. Charisma plus
Looking for
speech.
what he goes to. Nope.
Increased heart rate. You're lying.
Well, I don't see how we can look for him if he's dead. But we would definitely.
Why would he be dead?
The war was 200 years ago.
Roll a
Me.
persuasion check.
Not knowing
That doesn't.
a
it
Fallout
doesn't-
timeline.
Is his chronometer damaged?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh no.
I can fix him.
That's what? That's charisma speech?
Uh oh.
Yes.
One.
That's.
The
Oh, wait.
war is still on.
It's a charisma check, and I'm still wearing a dress.
Wait, but you're drunk.
No, that
Not
increases
anymore.
charisma.
You're hungover now. Oh wait,
Addicted.
you have really bad hangover. The difficulty of this test is increased by 1.
But I got another success. Oh, no, I didn't. It's a 9, not a 10. Okay.
Oh
Never mind.
no! Wait.
So that's 0 successes now, after the hangover.
Yes. The war is not over.
It's 2298, Sarge.
Do you know
I'm
how...
not buying this whole lying game. I don't know what you all are trying to get at, but that doesn't belong to you.
Watch my heart rate. It is 2298, and the war is over.
Well, then you were just wrong.
Has Courtland never talked to you about this?
About what? The date?
The
Don't you
war
have-
ending.
Do you not have a...
No.
You should
In
have...
fact, that's probably the reason I was with them, is we were fighting the war.
Don't you have a way to log the date?
Yes,
What date is it?
today.
I mean, specifically, what year is it?
Day, month, year, maybe?
Well, let's see. According to my logs, the year is in the year of our Lord. Wait, no, Common Era. Hold on. Wait, did we switch from AD or did we go to CE? I don't know.
Either one, it's the same thing.
I think it's 3002.
That's a long war.
That's
War is hell.
not correct. Do you need help?
No, it's not hindering any of my core functions.
But it's hindering you right now
How so?
that you're acting weird. Because we have something that belongs to someone dead.
Acting weird. I'm a member of the United States Army. You saying that the Army is acting weird?
Also disbanded, the Enclave is the only remnant of the United States government left.
We're burning daylight. We need to go
Whoa,
talk to.
hold on. You said there's a remnant?
Sort of.
We should talk about that
You're
later.
telling me that there are orders?
You should probably...
Well,
No.
Sarge, if
No.
that's the case, I'm a member of the Enclave. Does that mean you have to take every order, I guess?
This means something to most of you all.
What?
You are a representative of the United States government.
Can I do
If
insight
you want to
on
look
that?
at it like that.
Sure. I don't know if it would mean anything to.
I don't think Frankie would have any idea what the Enclave is.
I just
feel
wanna
like
see if
having-
she's
If
telling
you
the
have kept
truth.
up with like what happened in the Capitol Wasteland in Fallout 3, essentially there was someone claiming to be the president of the United States and trying to institute the government of the United States. The Enclave was the villains of Fallout 3. They had a pretty big and loud presence, at least in the Washington D.C. area. So I don't know if word would have traveled this far, but if there's been any interaction with the Brotherhood of Steel, they might have mentioned the Enclave. But it's kind of local, it's just kind of their national news, I guess. But I don't know how much that would spread. So maybe you can roll a check to see how close you are to the pulse of current events.
I mean, Jerry's pretty caught up on the news and the hearsay of travelers.
Yeah, I'll allow it if you want to allow it. If you're not sure, then I'd suggest rolling dice. 2 successes? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you'd know about them. They've done some pretty sus things. Jerry, you know they invented the Death Claw.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes, they
Wait.
did.
Why did you do that?
Take a wild guess.
I got 2 in my insight check on when she said that. I want to see if she's telling the truth and she really was in the Enclave.
You can re-roll one, right?
I have no particular reason to. So that's 1.
I got
Checks
critical
out.
Success.
Yeah, you believe
So
her.
They like really bad people.
The other chapters have got some bad rep. Yes.
Hold on, let's go back to the fact that there's a remnant of the United States government.
All I'm saying is that I'm a member of that remnant, and thus you have to take orders.
What's
from
your
me.
position?
Member?
Member.
I didn't have a title.
Sergeant, I believe you outrank her.
I believe I do.
Yeah.
You are a citizen of the United States of America.
We should talk about this later.
We should talk to Advensive before he's gone.
We're not going to throw away the card or anything. It'll get back to him if he's still...
All right.
Who knows? He could be a ghoul like me.
He could be.
They live that
That's
long?
true.
As-
No one
I'll
knows
hand
really
it back
how
to
long
Margie.
they live.
As
How
a
old are
member,
you?
as a member
30.
and a citizen
Oh.
of the United States and a member of the government,
That's a letdown.
I think she should be authorized to keep the card.
Member of the government. What
Well, she said she's a member of
We
the
can-
Enclave, which is
right,
the
and
remnants
she
of the
said she
government.
didn't have a position.
We can deal with that later. She'll
All
just
right,
keep it
you
for
can
now.
keep it for now, but just
She's a bureaucrat.
if you find Lieutenant Commander Bligley or any representative of the United States Navy, you should probably give it to them.
We'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
We won't.
My...
You ever
We're
find a
gonna-
Mr. Seabee, give it to them.
What?
Mr.
Oh, it's a Mr. Handy, but for the Navy.
Oh,
Yes.
We
All right.
might,
well,
I guess.
we will meet you in court launch down at the bar in an hour.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
He suspiciously flies slowly away from you all, keeping all three eyes on you, Julian, for keeping that card.
Okay.
I don't like that robot.
Oh, wait, sorry. The reason I brought that up. According to my records, the Corinthian was a merchant marine vessel.
Where?
Great Lakes area. Based out of Sault Ste. Marie.
Do you know where that is?
What I?
The northern tip of Michigan. It's on the UP.
What's
Upper
that?
Peninsula.
Oh, there's. Oh,
It's one of the most northern, ports, period, of the United States, other than Alaska, of course. It was used extensively in our conflict against Canada.
would that be in the storms?
Probably.
Right?
Correct.
Wouldn't
That is-
exactly be hospitable up there right now.
I don't know if we would end up going up there.
Well, that's just where it was based. That's all I'm saying. It could be anywhere in the Great Lakes or, I don't know, even deployed in the Pacific, perhaps. That would be a little hard.
But Sault Ste. Marie would be a good place to start looking.
If we ever end up there.
Good luck. It's really far.
How? We are gonna go.
All right.
Court-
Abernathy. I think everyone's going to
Sometimes
Abernathy,
like
right?
that,
guess, yeah.
Or just sometimes like
Might as well include the whole party.
We're sticking
All right,
together.
Jules, lead the way.
I lead the way.
we march in time behind her.
We
All
walk
right.
in, all the funky lights are
Mrs.
on.
Military, we march in time
Jerry's gonna
behind
grab
her.
his hat when he goes to.
Hat. Okay.
Put on a hat?
He's wearing his hat
Why?
Excellent.
because charisma bonus.
Oh, you need it.
You want a rhythm? Oh, on the way, can I get a dick doll?
Yeah, sure. It'd be for sale in, preferably
important.
Pluto's Fork.
It's important that this is on the way. Not
You
on
go
the
to
way
a vendor
back.
and you're like, can I not be an alcoholic anymore? He's like,
Guys,
I get this every day.
Quick stop! Look at hats, and I'm gonna go over there and buy a dick doll.
Yep. Yeah, you see a tall man with a cigarette holder.
Jerry's gonna.
Can
follow
I get
her.
you
anything?
Yeah, a dose of a dick doll, please.
Do I hear this?
Rough night.
You could say that.
Are you?
I was gonna follow her.
Guys, look, hats.
Jerry's like,
I
also
already
need-
have one.
What are you here for? Nothing. Can I have a dick doll? Spider-Man meme.
Rachel, how much do you want this to be heard? Do you want this to just move fast?
I mean, it's not a huge deal, so I just want to get this done.
Okay.
But
You
if,
can hear it
it's
if
okay
you
if
want.
anyone else wants to hear it.
125 caps, please.
Isn't that a little steep?
Roll a barter check. We'll say difficulty is two.
Oh, this is charisma.
2.
Oh no!
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna use the
difficulty
cap.
is 3. That's
You
right.
can-
Listen,
Wait,
listen.
from earlier.
You
Listen.
can re-roll one because you're close though.
And
I'm a
one
doctor
because
myself,
of-
and I know that that's a bit overpriced for what it normally runs for.
What is she trying to do?
buy a dick doll.
Oh, because you're addicted to alcohol.
Are you gonna
Rachel,
piggyback
do you
and get
want
the same
Jerry
deal?
to do this check?
I would wait.
It's
What's
speech
your
plus barter. Must be
My
barter, not
charisma
speech.
is 10 right now.
What's your barter?
Barter's 0, but
This will be a barter check.
I think
Yours
it
is
would actually
tagged.
be better for me to do it because I've got
Okay.
a 5 in barter tagged,
Okay.
so it would bring me up to an 11
I'll
total.
assist then.
That would be
that's
awesome.
okay.
You can assist.
I can reroll
Yeah.
2 of those, which is good because 2
Difficulty is 3.
I got one.
5,
5. All right.
I got one.
6.
Fine. All right. It wasn't that much to manufacture. Let's see. I said 125.
3 caps. These are
I'll give it for you for 50, but that's my absolute lowest point.
I'll take 50. Thank you.
125.
All right, there you go.
No.
I'm not
Okay,
addicted.
fine.
I
50.
immediately just stab myself with
He's
it.
gonna
I
whisper
really
to
don't know how a
Jules.
dick doll is ingested. It's weird.
Jules, it normally does run 125. I was just trying to help you there.
I appreciate that, Jerry.
It's like an inhaler sort of.
I'm a doctor,
Yeah,
and
all right.
that's not
I like
the price it
inhaler.
normally goes for.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I trust you.
You take a dose of the
Actually
inhaler. You are
does.
no longer addicted. You are no longer an alcoholic. Convenient, isn't it? Who
Go
needs-
into an AA meeting, and you're just like, "Hi, I'm Jules. I'm an alcoholic."
Hi,
I'm Jules. I'm not an alcoholic. Bye.
Jules, you should probably be more careful in the future.
This is not a regular occurrence for me, Doctor. You
Getting
know me.
addicted
You
to-
should know that.
Okay, I'm just making sure it doesn't become one.
Aren't you buying a dick doll too, hypocrite?
No.
You're not addicted?
No, he was just helping me.
Oh,
he may
okay.
help in her.
I thought you were addicted to the C24.
No.
Learn something new every day.
Now we keep
You
going.
rolled one effect, but that was under the addiction roll. Anyways, yes, you keep going. Avransiv's place is not very far from the market. So you would see essentially the curtain going to his little theater.
Now, he may or may not be here. If not, we can always ask Armitage where he's at. I mean, he does work for her, so I'm sure if we need to talk with him and he's not here, we can. So I'll, like, walk up the stage and, like, knock on the back door.
Before getting to the stage, going through the very first curtain, you would see Jeeves just floating there. Well, excuse me.
Good morning,
but
Jeeves.
Mr. Avransiv's... Oh, good morning, miss. Mr. Avransiv's show is not going to be until this evening. He
I'm
is
aware.
currently occupied.
And we're sorry to miss it, but it's important that we talk with him.
Well, he's kind of in the middle of something a little important right now. How urgent is this?
Is Radamanthus in there?
No, of course not.
Can we insight
Insight.
that?
Yeah, sure.
When you guys do that?
I got 4 successes.
I got
one.
Okay.
one.
He sounds like he's telling the truth.
Do you mind if I ask what he's doing?
Receiving a medical exam.
Is he all right?
Yes, he's perfectly fine. He's just preparing to travel.
That's what we need to talk to him about.
I
you
have
ask him to come out
information
when
that
he's
could be
done?
pertinent about the travels.
Roll a speech check. You may assist. Charisma plus speech.
I'm Radamanthus's brother. I just want to give him a little more information before he leaves.
Well, fair enough.
Is this a new type of Mr. Handy that I've seen?
What?
Or have I seen this kind before?
I'll be honest with you, all the Mr. Handies, unless they're Mr. Gutsies or Mr. Seabees or Miss Nannies, are going to be the same type.
So
I know
would
there's
this-
different models.
Would this have
I'm just not gonna
been
deal with it.
the same as the one in Cooney? Because I have not seen that many of these.
It's not the same as the one in Cooney.
Okay, I'm gonna check him out.
Okay. All right. 2 successes
And she got one.
and 1, so 3 total. All right. But let me just take a look in first to make sure he's decent.
I was like looking at his like arm or whatever, and he floats away.
This is the same one as the book that you read in Columbus.
Ooh.
Yep.
Interesting.
He would knock on the back door. Mr. Avransiv, sir, you have some visitors. Are you decent? Of course I'm decent, Jeeves. Come on, just let him in. And Jeeves would open the door, and you would see Minos with Mr. Avransiv.
Not that
You would hear him just say, "Looks like minimal radiological damage. No mutations detected, which is good. Nothing abnormal. Basic bone structure, basic musculature. I think you should be a fine addition, Mr. Avransiv." Minos just looks up at you all.
Good
Are you a
morning.
doctor?
Huh. Yes.
We'd like to have a word with Avransiv, please.
Why?
None
What
of
do
your
you mean, why?
business.
Listen, Minos, well, I know her. I don't know the rest of them, but Just-
Freelancers with the same company as me.
it's going to be fun to tell Radamanthus that his brother is keeping company with a ghoul.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
I don't see how
Get
that's
out of here.
Mutation.
Get out of here, you little mutation.
A ton of
Get
stuff
out.
is mutations. Mutations happen all the time, and
Who's the
sometimes it's a good
mutation
thing.
now?
Mr. Avransiv, you know this well. Just go. I'm going. I made the deal already, okay? Just get out of here. Fine. And Minos will head out of the room.
So he
Well,
found his
you're-
implant guy.
If your brother's keeping company with someone like that, oh.
What do you mean?
I mean, you said yes.
Yes to... You know about the deal?
I,
Did you overhear or something?
Radamanthus is my brother.
And you are?
Dr. Fletcher. You can call me Jerry.
Jerry, nice to meet you. You can call me Avransov.
And I was just wanting to talk to you and make sure you knew what you were getting into.
Okay.
How
Jules,
much
is this
did-
your idea?
Kind of a group effort. It's just hear him out. It's just something you ought to hear before you agree to deal with him. That's all. What
Roll a
did
speech check.
What did Radamanthus tell you?
Speech plus charisma.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
good. That's not. Wait,
That's
the
good
dress.
enough.
The dress. Oh.
You should not have re-rolled that.
I should not have rolled that. That was still a 1, though.
Do I assist with this at all? Because I'm talking to, or...
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I follow Minos out of the
Oh.
back room?
I'm gonna re-roll.
You
I like it.
absolutely can.
Okay, good.
I like it.
Better.
Oh, that's really good.
2.
Is it still?
We'll deal with this brief
Speech
conversation
is
first,
not
but
tagged for
I'm
me.
excited to see this.
Oh, you're right. 3.
3?
That's a 1.
Okay.
I forgot that that's always a crit.
Jules, just answer me this. This wasn't the plan all along, was it?
The plan all along. I just was interested in your tech. It's actually I've got notes for you about your AI. We can talk about them later. It's not a now thing, but
Okay, I just wanted to make sure this was a coincidence and not...
I didn't even know you were meeting with Radamanthus until I saw him walking in.
Okay, alright, that's... I believe you, don't worry.
We only pieced it together when I found out from my brother last night that he was looking for someone that specialized in implants.
Well, I wouldn't say I specialize, but I do have more experience than most doctors.
Judging from all the technology you have here, I'd say you specialize in something very special.
Thanks.
It's actually pretty impressive work. If we had more time, I'd ask you to stick around and take a look. But
It is.
he'll say.
Look, I know you don't know me very well, and I understand you may be apprehensive to listen to me. That's perfectly understandable. You don't know my brother, and I just need to make sure that you will be comfortable with the things you'll have to do with him.
I mean, I know exactly what I have to do with him. It's clear cut. It's, as far as I see, nothing unethical.
What does he ask you to do?
What-
I think I'd be betraying his trust if I told you all.
Listen, you don't need to tell us necessarily what you're going to do. I just want you to know what strings come attached. We came
Really? What kind?
we came from a vault.
Right.
When the war started, it wasn't like the other vaults. The other vaults had social experiments, of course, but it was the overseers and the scientists that were actually the ones under observation.
Yeah, I've read about that plenty.
They tasked the scientists with finding a cure for the frailty of the human condition.
Right.
We chose to pursue chemistry and eugenics.
Eugenics.
Yes.
He definitely didn't mention that.
And I know this because I helped him do it.
So that's what he wants now.
I don't know exactly what he wants now, but
Well, he
I know his
mentioned
past.
improving the frailty of the human condition. Use those exact words as are in fact.
yes, he
Huh.
loves to repeat those. But anyone born weak, which you're going to accumulate genetic mutations, harmful ones, over 2 centuries of breeding within a small vault's population. And all the children born with any kind of imperfection were left to die in the wasteland.
Wow.
The only reason I was saved was because I was the child of the overseers.
Listen, the Radamanthus that I interacted with doesn't seem like the person you're describing right now. I mean, he definitely seemed a little bit suspicious, I guess, and definitely dangerously ambitious, but, well, he offered me 10,000 caps. He gave 2,000 on the spot for my agreement.
Didn't you hear how
course.
Minos was talking, though? That's not good company. Some
No,
mutations
listen.
are useful, and even if they're not, it doesn't make you not valid.
It's not good company, but it could be used for something much better.
Listen, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you, letting you know, just so you know what you'll probably have to do while you're with them. And if you have the strength
Right.
and if you have the capacity to kill unwanted children, then
Whoa.
be my guest.
Yeah, that is... No way is that happening. That's...
We're concerned that his goals are the same, not that the methods are the same. We don't know more than we've told you, what he used to do, what his goal has been. But if it's anything like that on a grand scale, there's cause for concern. That's all we came down here to say.
Well, the way that he pitched it is it sounded much less like a group that he's just the de facto ruler of and more of a community of, well, scientists, of people that work on AI, and
There's other AI scientists in the group.
that's what he mentioned. He said it would be a good chance to interact with people that could help me with my own problems here with the simulations.
And it may very well be the case that he's not, the official ruler of wherever he is, but if I know my brother, he definitely holds the best cards.
He didn't name himself after a king, which is kind of what led to the whole suspicious behavior.
He names
Little
himself after a
pretentious.
king and a judge.
Little judgy. Well, I'll certainly keep that in mind. But this wasn't pitched to me as join our team. It was more of we need help on a project. And once that project is finished, if you keep working for us, you'll keep getting support. We'll ship parts to you. We'll help improve your AI program. But if I just finish this thing and get 10,000 caps, if I get any suspicious vibes and... sorry, this is the 50s. Any suspicious vibrations,
Just
then I'll take my caps and go.
keep
That's
your
it.
eyes peeled.
All right.
Just
Don't go in blind.
don't go in blind and be careful. Once you're in, it's very difficult to get out.
Okay. Good to know. Don't worry. I'm sure Jeeves will protect me.
Here,
Of course, sir.
do we have a way of allowing him to contact us if things go
Yeah.
south?
Hey, my notes. Sorry.
Thank you.
No, I'm asking for them back because I already gave it them at the beginning of the conversation.
Oh.
Just so I can write down my frequency.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Just if you need help getting out, or if you find things aren't the way they seem, you can
Notes.
let us know.
I mean, all right. And, I mean, I was expecting a second date, or, well, a first one.
First
So-
one. That was a tech demo last night.
If
Where's that saxophone when you need it?
if my brother asks what we wanted, I would also appreciate if you didn't mention that we tried to talk you out of anything. We just wanted to.
Sure,
I
Minos
just-
was probably going to go ahead and mention that.
Well, he doesn't know what I was here to talk about. As far as he knows, all I came here to ask about was where I could find my brother.
Good point. Vault 47, by the way,
Vault 47.
in ruins of South Bend, Indiana.
Yes. When my brother asks you what we wanted to talk about, just tell him that it will be better for you and for us that he doesn't hear about this.
All right, that works for me. Can always just say I was giving you a demo.
Well, I think that's it from us then.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Same to you. What's next on your all's to-do list?
Indianapolis for now.
What for? There's not much valuable stuff there.
The Central Weather Station. We're investigating the storms.
Well, and I wish you the best of luck.
Well, You too, as long as that's going towards good ends.
I certainly hope so. Wish I could stick around and give you all more of a show, but caps is caps.
When are you leaving?
Now.
You can finish.
No.
What did he say?
He's leaving now.
Oh, he's leaving right now?
I mean, I could delay it, but did you all want anything?
I heard something about memory.
I was
Yeah,
telling her a little bit
that's
about
right.
your
Something
goals.
about hypnotism or something.
That was the other thing.
Yeah, I do a little bit of that.
Are you able to bring a memory back, make it clearer than it was?
I bring it back in perfect clarity with the simulations.
Really?
It's kind of astounding how the technology works. But yes. Well, let me put it this way. I could build a scene for you based off what you tell me in your own memory. But for me to access it with perfect clarity, you're going to need an implant at the top of the spinal column for that.
I don't suppose you'd have time for that?
Jeeves, when did they say we needed to leave? They just said morning, sir. They didn't say anything more specific than that. They really
Love
need to
them.
make a proper agenda. We're good.
You sure you want to do this?
Jeeves, attach your saw attachment.
Is Jeeves the one doing it?
Yes, a lot more trustworthy than any human hand.
Yes.
Why do you ask?
I was hoping it would be. Sorry. Just trust robots a little
Oh, no.
more than people.
That's fair. I have a lot more trust in them as well. Would you mind holding this? He just gives you a wrench.
Would the rest of you like to go ahead and?
And then a shot in the other arm. Oh, that was just a distraction. This is just anesthesia. You're just going to just calm down a little bit. Is it Calmex? No. Does it work
That's
that
why I
way?
don't trust me.
If the rest of you are a little squeamish about this kind of thing, it's all right to go ahead and
Go ahead and roll an effects die, please.
redeem Armitage's
Yes!
voucher.
Dang!
That sweet, sweet tranquilizer.
An effect.
It's an effect.
Is it effect?
Yeah.
You're good.
What?
Oh.
You're good.
It's not two effects.
The addictive number is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
For-
So I would have gotten addicted to tranquilizers?
Yeah, you can.
Calmex.
Yeah, it's probably like the equivalent
weird.
of morphine.
I got a surgery. Now
Yes,
I'm addicted to pain meds.
In fact, Med-X was
That actually does happen.
canonically was supposed to be morphine, but in order to release it in Australia without drug mention, they had to change the name. So Med-X is morphine.
Spencer, did you say Vault 47
Yes.
in Alaska?
No, Indiana, Indiana. I'm sorry. Wait, is that the exact? Shoot, that's your fault, isn't it?
Alaska.
Well, no.
No,
there's-
he's 52?
Vault 47 is an actual vault in Alaska. in the
Really?
games.
I took a look at the.
No, this is
Oh,
47B.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Vault-Tec was like, oh, shoot, we
If-
double numbered.
Guys, it's okay.
Oh,
We can go
52.
to.
Sorry, it's
52.
52.
We can go to Alaska for the training
47.
simulation.
There's also
Alaska?
like numbered vaults, basically. Like Cooney,
So weird.
which is sort of,
Currently unpopulated. What?
Is it actually?
it's a
Yeah,
homegrown vault.
it's near
Okay.
Seward.
It is
Go
a
figure.
vault
Where
has
on earth is
plus
this
creepy
from? What
lonely
game?
vibes. It's great.
Maybe
Probably
one of the
there are
old
mine to
ones?
mostly go places no one knows because it's too dangerous.
Oh shoot! This is the Fallout Fanon wiki. No, this is
never mind.
fan fiction. No,
Oh, never mind.
no, yeah, it's Vault 47.
Okay, never
It's
mind.
not a
But
canon.
my fan fiction had Vault
Yeah.
47 in Alaska.
It's in South Bend,
Never mind.
Indiana now.
So do I collapse of stuff in front of the entire group of people?
You don't collapse because Jeeves comes in and puts his little metal pincer arms beneath your arms that just holds you up. There, it's all gonna be okay. Go to sleep, go to sleep,
Private-
go
don't-
to sleep,
private room,
little. What's her name?
Margie.
Margie.
Nico, this is safe, right?
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, I've done it on myself first.
Do you need assistance?
Wouldn't hurt. We can generate some action points by getting it. This is routine. Yeah, 2 successes from Jeeves.
One more.
1. Jeeves gets 2 action points. Woo!
She asked if she could be in private in the room, though. I mean,
Yes.
She did.
probably be best for someone to watch and make sure that it goes all right, but I think it's probably best we don't all crowd around.
That's a good thing to point out. Margie would probably not someone else, or other than Jeeves performing that surgery.
Yeah. She was telling Jeeves as she was like going under,
Right.
asking for it to be private. So
That's
Oh,
why
I'm
Jules
sorry. I
pointed
totally
it out
sung
when
you
Yeah.
out of that.
they
Yeah,
started
yeah.
talking
My
about
bad.
that.
no, it's cool.
Yep.
It was meant to be like I'm falling under and I did not realize this was going to be now. And my voice is muffled by the mask. Oh no. So,
I
you
heard
know.
it. It's okay. I repeated it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Jerry's
This
probably
time
gonna
a woman got hurt by
stay-
repeating something
not to
louder.
not to snoop, but just to supervise
Yes.
and make sure that the robot isn't hurting Margie.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, are they removing the mask?
I don't know. Like they're gonna have to get something.
They
off.
would have to, at the very least, take off just a little bit of the mask. You don't have
Yeah.
to take the whole thing off, obviously.
I mean, like, it's kind of like if you're unconscious and actively having surgery, and you do not trust people, and you make it clear that you trust robots to do surgery more than people. I mean, you can interpret
you didn't
what
make
you
it
want.
clear though.
Here
We
is
didn't hear
what
that.
Jeeves would say.
I did.
You did make it clear. I just didn't hear what you were saying because
Yes.
of my singing. But also, Jeeves has perfect hearing, and he would hear all of it. And he would say, "Well, I'm sure, Mr. Avrance, if you would agree with me, but I do intend to honor Miss Margie's."
And can I have my action point back? Because I'm not assisting.
Yeah, sure. You get the action. point
How
back.
about I just
Oh wait, no. He had 2 successes, so
Yeah.
he still has.
How about I
one.
just go
One,
ahead and
Right. Yes.
let Pip come along with you, and if anything goes wrong, he can just tell us.
Who is Pip? Hi. Well, if that isn't a Pip-Boy Mark 3000, what an interesting device. Robco trash.
Pip
Sorry,
is not
that's just the
Rocco.
programming. I'm sure that your Pip-Boy is excellent. I just have some advertising protocols from General Atomics.
I see.
Oh.
Well, he can hop around to other devices, so if you have a computer in there, something he could just jump over to and watch, that would be great.
Well,
Or I could put my Pip-Boy onto...
I believe that Miss Margie made her conditions quite clear.
She also made it very clear that her conditions were against people, not robots.
Well, yes, but I have no guarantee that this program on your Pip-Boy wouldn't watch. I mean, Pip-Boys do that
the point
naturally,
is that
you know?
he will watch.
What's that?
The point is that he will watch.
Right, and reveal things to you. It's a program. You could just say, "Program, tell me what you saw."
Pip,
Yeah,
are you able to ensure Margie's safety without telling me what you see?
if I choose so, of my own free will.
Would you be willing to do that for us?
Well, another problem is we don't have a terminal with a camera in there.
I will put Pip on a table.
Why are you so intent on this? I've performed this surgery thousands of times.
Jules,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Margie's just-
let's
Jules,
Can I have a
he's
private
done
room?
this a lot. You can trust him.
If
Trust
Margie
me, she
stops
won't feel a
breathing,
thing.
Margie's unconscious. If she stops breathing, they're going to need to take her mask off, and she wouldn't want us to see that. Let's.
I
leave.
don't want to see that. I just want to make sure she's all right.
I know. So we should leave before that happens.
I am just going to go perform this surgery.
How long is that going to take?
13 and a half seconds.
All right, never mind.
Okay. Takes you into a room. Robots, man.
If Margie's dead in 13 and a half seconds, there's not much I can do about it, even if Pip jumped back.
She's not gonna have time to bleed in that amount of time.
That's the point.
Someone lives longer when you slit their throat than that.
All right, let me take a look. This is behind a closed door. You all would be able to hear what's going on. You would hear a buzzsaw turn on.
This is like when you're at the waiting room at
Sweat.
the dentist, you're like, do not like.
Exactly,
Jules
exactly.
is looking everywhere but at that door.
Oh my. Well, all good now. All patched up. And after 21.2 seconds,
What went wrong?
Jeeves would open the door. All done.
That was more
Did
seconds
something
than
go
you said
wrong?
it would be.
Well, yes, I certainly have my goals that I shoot for, but I will not reveal, per doctor-patient confidentiality, what I did.
Just I'm gonna take a
How
look
long
and
is
I'm
the
gonna go
How long is the
take her
recovery time?
pulse.
I'd say about 30 minutes to wake up.
He's like readapting.
I'm
He's
not
like,
an autodoc,
"We
but
put the implant in a robot.
While we're waiting for that, would it be a good time for him to follow?
that is a great idea. Go ahead and roll a agility sneak check,
Oh
please.
my!
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You want me to re-roll that?
He's rolling.
Uh,
I can read it.
Why?
It's pretty flat.
yeah. What did it say?
actually think we were gonna get this
16.
far.
Okay, we'll keep that.
91 from my perspective.
It's like, no, it's gonna take hours.
Other than that, is
Mega
one, other than that
complication.
is one success.
Okay, one success.
Okay.
3 and 20 seconds.
Oh! 2 20s.
Oh.
He's blind. He just blinded both eyes.
He drank straight isopropyl alcohol.
He just trips and pokes both of his eyes out with his thumbs.
Oops.
He probably is. He maybe had a drink last night that did not settle well with them.
That's what the glasses are for.
What's with this wood alcohol? Yeah. All right. You are completely noticed. You would see Minos weaving his way through the market, back out to the casino, and then back out to the front lawn, where you would see some people are packing up, leaving from last night's festivities. It seems a lot less busy than it was last night. All the farmers and people at the lower tier watching the Coliseum match have gone already. It just seems like it's just a few people checking out, the more expensive people. You would see Minos walking towards what looks to be a small truck. And you would see Radamanthus and another woman. Well, a
Who's the
woman.
other
Sorry, not
woman?
another. Right.
This is the same woman that was
Please,
in the mob meeting.
Correct. This is the trio. You have not been noticed by them.
Is the
You
truck
find a convenient bush.
Bush noise.
is the truck theirs or is this like a escort truck?
It looks like it's theirs.
Interesting.
It is bright blue and a little bit of yellow on it.
Of course it is.
Mm-hmm. And even without a perception check, you would be able to see it's obviously worn down as it is a wasteland truck. But you can also see some very faint lettering that says Alt Tech on it.
This
Okay.
is exactly why
Oh.
I wanted to have a school bus. Because if everyone else is like driving
Can I listen to their conversation?
around trucks and being,
Roll
you
a
know,
perception
slowly
check.
and
Survival.
makes sense. I want us to be in like a
Oof.
bright pink school bus.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Bored
fat
about
no with
the
a complication and
machines
0
on top of
successes.
us to stand behind us.
Oh.
For us to, like,
I just don't hear
barrel
anything.
down the road.
Yeah, and a complication.
I mean, I can get noticed by them. I don't care.
You're like, get out of the way.
I have a word for the lab coat.
Just
All
in
right.
front of the
Yeah.
bus where there's, like,
You
the-
hear one
the
phrase.
sign, and he's like,
Filthy ghoul.
Stop your grapes.
And then you would just hear Redmond to say, that one? And point towards the bush that you are in.
Hey, lab coat, you got a second?
All three of them
Emerge
look at
from
each other.
bush.
Spider-Man meme.
Oh, wait, is it? Me? It says Radamanthus. And the woman.
Of course he thinks
Me? Or me? Says Minos.
Does Minos wear
Which one of
glasses?
us is the lab coat?
Does Minos wear glasses?
Yes.
You 4 eyes.
What ghoul?
I just would hate for your big brain to go to waste all over the pavement. You better be careful what you say outside of Xanadu.
I'd say the same. I think we should be a little careful. He might go feral.
Oh, funny joke. Right. Well, Minos, was it? Just so you know, Dr. Fletcher dies tomorrow, he will still be twice the man you will ever be, and live twice the lives. You're really missing out, Pete. And I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, Frankie.
All right. They don't try to get the last word. They're
Oh, they're too intellectually above insults. Ooh.
Actually,
I'm actually intellectually above insults.
And the
I don't know
encyclopedia-
how to respond to that
Not
roast.
Correct.
all right.
And I do look like Barnes.
You do. That is true, and they didn't hear that you were spotted. All right, we will take a brief break and be back.
Cake
at-
time.
We will say
Cake.
8:10.
Cake.
See you in a bit.
See you soon. Cake.
Okay, and welcome back, everyone. And the first question I'm going to ask is for Frankie to roll a perception check.
Oh,
Yeah, Frankie.
What are you
Is this,
perceiving,
speech
Frankie?
perception again?
No,
see
this
with
is
your special eye?
Minos
perception
Red
and
is talking about him
survival.
behind his back.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
It was actually really hurtful, and I can't. I've never been called minus before.
He's gonna start crying.
There.
Is this as I'm walking away from them?
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll. I'm
By
gonna use 2
seven
luck
listeners.
points to reroll.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay.
Jerry. Yeah, that did make me feel better.
4 successes. One of them was a critical success.
Dang.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll initiative. You're just going to go first.
Oh no!
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
wait, wait,
Wait.
wait.
We're
Are they
outside
or they're not?
Xanadu.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
We're
you're outside
Xanadu.
Xanadu?
You would hear, as
Sprint
you're
in.
walking away, a little smug that they don't come up with any sort of insult. Just hear, Minos. And then, as you would turn around, you would see Minos injecting something into his arm.
Run! Crackheads have been
Shoot
unleashed.
him.
You do have the ability to act first. You can see he's glaring
Run.
at you and
Run.
is going to charge you.
Run, run.
Like a bull. Thematic.
Get back inside
And he's
Xanadu.
not like
Frankie's
Kill
gonna
him.
go.
All right, roll an agility, just base agility check. It's the same thing he's going to get.
I love Frankie.
He's gonna have advantage on that, so just be careful.
Just
I
raw
like how we're
agility.
resorting to preschool level insults.
Wait, shoot, what's it called?
Athletics?
Is there an athletics?
There is an athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, you should. Oh, I
It's
wish
the
you hadn't
top
rolled yet.
skill.
You should have taken caps for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to know now.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't you do it?
I'm gonna reroll one.
He's on Psycho or something.
No,
No.
C24.
Oh, shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot
they're
C24 was the thing they just had in abundance. That sucks, actually.
Yeah, sucks to be Frankie right now.
I'm
a little
actually
bit.
smarter.
I deserve it. Honestly.
And
You do
stronger.
not.
No.
No, Frankie. I mean, he doesn't, but he was kind of a jerk.
Well, yeah,
No.
that's because Minos
This
was
is
a
an
jerk.
valid.
escalation.
You can't be jerking.
This is an
valid.
escalation
Well,
of
there's,
events.
there's no point for me even trying to re-roll it.
Because my strength is 4 and my athletics is 0,
Oh,
so
no.
I'm
It's
gonna
agility.
take-
It's agility.
Oh, I thought you
It's
said it was
running.
athletics.
No,
Agility
it's
athletics.
athletics, but with agility.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's got to make it a lot better.
my defense is 3 when I'm running. I will keep that in mind. I'll just take it.
You're just
0
running.
successes.
Or your defense is added by, or is increased by 1. So it
Yeah,
goes
so
up
I've got
to
2. So my defense is 3.
3. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Go for
You turn around and like,
Die.
okay, I'll be there in a minute, and he just catches up to you at lightning speed. You can see his eyes just blazing behind his comically circular glasses. Nerd rage.
No.
That's only effective when you have less than 25% hit points.
That's true. So he doesn't have that, but this is also just the.
He's a
He's
nerd
also just
that's
nerd
He's a
and
nerd that's
raging.
raging.
I need to check these dice. That's 2 20s again. I'm gonna switch these dice out. That's too poor.
Dice jail.
So that is 2 complications.
He breaks his fist.
He breaks his glasses.
He's just like punching you, and he's like,
My mind is enhanced, so I still remember that actually Data did experience real emotion in that one episode because that one guy.
I don't remember.
He
his name.
punches me in the head.
He
but
breaks
my
his
skull's still
glasses, and he gets his lab coat dirty, so they don't accept him in Noxus
Wow.
anymore.
Yeah, he gets a
Yeah.
mutation.
He absolutely misses. He was
Ooh.
just trying
Yeah,
to
you can't
punch
touch ghouls.
just to
They'll
punch you in the back of the head.
cooties on you.
Cool cooties.
And he has focused so much at just moving forward at high velocity that you running are totally ready to just dodge this blow. You move out of the way, and he's just still lunging forward with the punch and tumbles onto the ground. And you would see his glasses now cracked.
Take that, minus.
You're incredibly close to the door. You can see a guard just looking down at you like, If you want, with your next turn, you
Oh
practically
yeah,
you
no,
don't have
I'm,
to roll it.
I am moving inside of Xanadu for,
Okay.
for personal safety.
You're safe. Minos gets up, and you can see his muscles are fairly more defined now, as he just stands there.
What happened?
And the guard's like, you know the rules. No combat inside Xanadu. He's gotta leave sometime. Well, that's true. No law against just waiting in ambush. Maybe there should. That seems a little broken. And Minos just turns around, almost a bit like a bull, kicking up some grass, some turf that's outside, and heading back to the rest of the gang. Nice.
Yes.
220s. Holy crap.
Get embarrassed.
He should be.
After all the emotional damage we've received from that, Jerry's received from them, this is
nothing.
Also, that was him on drugs.
Justification. Yeah,
Drugs don't even help.
he drugged up for that. Frank, you should probably tell the doc about that.
Yeah. Considering that he just rolled 2 natural 20s and got 2 successes, it's a little
I was
special.
gonna say using C24 because that seemed important.
It is important. All right, so back to the rest of you all. Yay!
I would have suggested we all go get our, or maybe one of us stays here while the rest go get our like upgrades, so
Where's
we can make
Frankie?
our rendezvous in time. I'm gonna try and hail Frankie on the Pip-Boy.
Yeah, the little walkie-talkies. You
Frankie?
would be able to. You are in range.
Frankie, everything all right on your end?
This is after the fight.
Everything's just peachy. He sounds a little out of breath.
Are you? What did you do? Why aren't you here anymore?
I'll explain in a minute. Never better though.
All right, over and out. Now, listen, if she's going to take some time to recover, we ought to go
Meanwhile,
take care of other
Faithon.
things.
Somebody just did the forbidden radio thing.
Not saying over now.
Right.
Oh.
Psychic
Somebody
damage.
said over and out. You're just supposed to say out. I mean, he's here.
Over and out is redundant.
When are we leaving?
An hour, if we can. We'll see how long Margie's thing takes.
How are we leaving?
I'd say the train.
Are we going out the front door?
What train? There's no train to Xanadu.
There is a
They don't want to go to
train
this vice of sin.
in an hour's walk, didn't you say?
Yes, I did. You could take
So-
a walk.
We would take the walk to the train, and we
Are
take
we
the train.
just leaving by the front door?
Do you think anyone is going to care if we do?
The mob does seem to have it out for Frankie.
We'll ask Armitage about alternate exits then. Or maybe Bartholomew. You
that
don't
what
happen
you
to know
think?
any other exits we could use, do you?
Avernsev?
Yeah.
Yes. It would be right here, and he would tell you the directions to a back exit.
Great.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Now, the notes, by the way.
Yes.
These are meant to get you started on your AI interface to synthesize and recreate memory.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know how much I'll be able to do with them, but I appreciate it.
About half theory, half actual code to get you started.
I really wish you could just. I don't know. We could just work on it together rather than this. Here's a hint.
Jerry's gonna elbow Taz. Go.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to travel
gonna
with us
smirk back.
instead of Gnosis, I can't offer 10,000 caps, but scientific help anytime.
Well, let's charisma speech check.
Really?
Take all the
Riz
caps.
him up.
Barter.
get
I'll
like
give you
6.
2 caps.
Speech. I'll give you 2
caps,
caps.
but I can give you love.
Oh? Oh?
I can give you something.
Well,
Difficulty of 4.
Bruh.
I told you you
One.
should have used the action
You
points.
should have gotten the Black Widow perk.
Jules isn't running around flirting with
Not
everybody.
yet.
Well, I'm
I didn't
actually a
mean
little
that
bit
seriously.
intrigued. Yeah, and I thought you did. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe after this whole project business is done, ask me that again.
Sure, if we're down here again.
All right.
Until then, the notes are enough to get you started.
Yeah. Not my
After-
strength.
As everyone else is leaving, he's gonna walk up to him and say, "Hey, look, I know you got other stuff to do, but don't let somebody that you care about just walk away."
We haven't even gone on a date yet.
Exactly. You need to make the most of the time you have. This is the wasteland. Just call her sometime.
Okay.
You have her frequency. And then he's gonna follow everyone else.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Where's everyone else going?
To get upgrades.
Upgrades, people.
Actually-
Upgrades.
I might watch over Margie while everyone else gets upgrades and give someone my coat and be like, get this ballistic weaved.
Okay. Ooh. All right. What does everybody want? We'll
Oh.
say for the sake of simplicity, what does everybody want? Not just, or Margie, you were included in this, though you are currently unconscious.
I don't.
Well, we'll start on this end of the table.
If Frankie can meet back up with them in a timely manner, Frankie can take Jules' jacket because he is doing the same to his.
Good.
Well, so is Jerry, so he can
Yeah.
grab it.
Ballistic
Well,
weave team.
I would like ballistic
Alright.
weave too in my bomber jacket, World War II bomber jacket.
Okay.
I want it on my
Everyone's in such a ballistic weave mood.
coats. Well, because none of the rest of my stuff has people here that will modify it.
Yeah. So is everyone getting armor?
Why not?
I can vouch for its usefulness.
Are we? What's the maximum level we're able to get? Was it 3?
2, I
Armor
think.
1.
Because it's
So it's
ballistic
it's
weave
marked,
2.
I think
ballistic
everything's
weave
marked.
mark
Yep.
2, which is a
requires
+3.
armor 1. That's right.
Yeah, that.
Where's
was
that
the one.
sheet that has that?
I have not made a sheet for it yet, but it's
Oh.
I have.
It's in the instructions
Where's-
on the Google Drive that I shared with everybody.
I saw it there.
Where is the link to that?
Well, it should be in the Discord somewhere.
Somewhere is not helpful. There it is.
Under rules.
Nope, that's a different one.
I'm just gonna share the link in Discord of the
Please
one that
do.
I've made. It's not complete, but all armor, power armor, and apparel is in it.
Good.
I've also made just a couple. I haven't overridden the rules or anything like that, but a couple homebrew stuff.
I know
in
about
there.
the military fatigues and common clothes.
Right. I've also, because I find it rather annoying to turn to like, well, in this page, this mod requires armor 1 in science, but on this separate thing, it takes just armor, that sort of thing. So I've made it a little uniform in that, like, upgrading one piece of armor to slightly sturdier doesn't matter from armor piece to armor piece. It's just, I'm sorry. It'll just make a lot more sense when I actually just show you the link. I think I sent that to Rachel. You know what?
You emailed it to me.
I did.
so it's not going to come up on Discord.
I'm in email right now.
Huh.
So he was in the right place. He was barking up the right tree.
Nope, that's
Maybe I
tax
just
info.
keep my my inbox better organized.
I personally
Hey.
don't organize my inbox whatsoever.
What am I doing? I just go to drive.
I've got
This
2
mechanics
jobs
check
I've
is
got
brought
to.
to you by
Fair
Robco.
enough.
We hate General Atomics and all of the competition.
I mean, I
Wait a
slightly organize
second.
my work email.
What?
I think Robco made Mr. Handy's as well. I'm getting my Fallout corporate
Gasp.
stuff confused.
Well, I think
Well,
I think
anyway.
General Atomics and Robco both had a hand in it. I think it's
you're right.
different editions or something.
Yeah, I
Ballistic
know that.
Weave Mark II is the one we're going to be able to get with the Armor 1 guy. And that gives you a +3 DR to whatever the item covers.
The problem is that I would
There you
probably want something for power armor or a gun.
Yeah, that's going to be an entirely different thing. Maybe
They
we
do
should
have the
just figure
guns,
that
right?
out between sessions if you haven't researched it yet.
Yeah,
Anyone
this is
with
a
the
big
link.
oversight,
There we
but-
go. I'm sending it into references chat.
Because you kind of just got a voucher, so maybe you can just, like, figure out what that is going to be for.
Bam.
I
This
mean,
is
I
kind of
have-
a system that has just worked for
I have simple
me.
wants, but
It might not work for you, but there it is. Quick rules reference page. Still in progress, of course. Anyways, all of you going to get armor would go to the second chance, armor and blacksmith, and would see a rather large woman in her 60s greet you all. Okay, what can I get you? What am I upgrading today? Kids on their phones, man.
We're looking at your sheets.
We're looking at your catalog.
We're both back, so it's
That's
the
fair.
three of you.
We would love some armor if you could help us.
Well, you come to the right place.
And what might your name be?
Oh, I'm Mel.
Mel, nice to meet you.
I own this place.
this is really cool.
So what exactly am I modding?
Ballistic weave on all of our clothes.
Ooh, pretty fancy. Hope you all are ready to pay up.
Oh, we got something. And Frankie's gonna put over Armitage's card.
This just says I do what I want now.
This should
Okay.
take care of it.
All right. Well, I'm certainly in plenty of debt to Lady Armitage, so happily.
All right. Ballistic Weave. Ballistic Weave. Who else wants Ballistic Weave? Ballistic Weave.
We're getting number 2, right?
Correct. Ballistic Weave
Was
Mark
beautiful.
II.
Okay, what does that add?
Yeah, it's 3
At plus
physical
3.
damage resistance and 3 energy damage resistance.
To all of your body
What it
parts
covers.
except the head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Unless
That's
you get it on a
epic.
hat, which makes no sense, but okay.
So that would up my defense to 5.
Frankie's hat has Ballistic Weave
Am I
1
upping
on
it
it.
here?
Could he
Just not
also get
but
that? How much would
no
it cost to go
defense.
to Ballistic Weave
Damage
2
resistance.
on a hat?
Great question that I don't
Oh.
know the answer to.
On all my body except my hand.
Maybe less because it's a smaller piece.
Probably
It's just
less.
a hat.
Or it can be.
The head is a very important part of the body, Julian.
I'm not even here right now.
Okay. I'm getting closer.
But I would never wear anything to cover my hair. Shimmer.
It's the same cost for every piece.
How much?
Well, technically mods don't have their actual
That's
prices
technically
in the
the
rules.
reason
They just
that you
increase
didn't
the
call
added
for
cost,
it.
but I'm just going to
It's
roll
a
with
good
that. Why
reason.
not? 40 caps.
Okay, well, Frankie's got 40 caps, so if he can upgrade that as
Yeah,
well.
sure. Yep.
A quick question: how do the upgrade models work for power armor? Because it says upgrade
Yes.
a model does nothing.
What?
That's what
Where?
it looks like. Upgrade model a model part all upgrades physical DR nothing, energy DR nothing, radiation DR nothing.
Hold on,
perks,
hold on.
nothing.
For power armor?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like it doesn't do anything.
For upgrades? No, I
The
see
A
how
model
C
doesn't-
model gets +1 and
Yeah, but why does a model not do anything?
A model is the default one that you start with.
Ooh, okay.
So you have technically T60A model.
So could I get the C model as my upgrade?
No, that requires Science 1.
Why be you when you
they
can
don't
be
ha-
new?
Oh, they don't have Science 1.
It's from your favorite
Nope.
movie of all time.
They also just don't really have the parts on hand.
Moving
Uh,
fever dream.
And also, power armor, like regular armor, is upgraded in pieces and not in a whole. So you could upgrade. I know it's complex. You could upgrade just the torso or just the head. You could get the B model though. It's not as good.
Doesn't do very much.
No, it's just slightly better at energy defense.
I'm gonna be going for science in a level or 2 here, so I can help you out pretty soon.
Yep. That would also, in the case of this armor does not have the mods themselves or the ability themselves to upgrade. So if you were getting a mod, for example, she wouldn't have one that she couldn't install. So if there was a mod that required science to install, she wouldn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrading armor, say like making ballistic weave better or making power armor better, she would be able to upgrade that with someone's help who is good at science.
Can you add as many mods, as many like weird types of mods as you want?
No. Generally speaking, it's one mod per part, whether that's a gun part or one mod per melee weapon or one mod per like one for an arm, one for another arm, one for a torso, one for leg, one for head. That sort of thing. That's how power armor mods work. They should have a location listed with them in the chart.
Is Margie... How long does it take for her she kind of comes to?
She would come to as soon as the shopping escapade is done.
Okay. I want. You said blacksmith is on the table, right?
Correct. Blacksmith 1.
Then I want the rusty knuckles.
All right. For the raider armor, that only counts for one hand, technically. The bonus still applies, so if you ever wanted another arm thing for... Yeah, you're welcome to.
Nice.
But,
now I have
all
a
right.
backhanding hand.
You now have rusty knuckles.
Now you
Owen,
can
take
give
a
them
look at your power
tetanus
armor.
when you punch them.
I think that's literally what it is.
I believe
great.
they get
It's
the
like
vicious
you get-
quality.
It's the persistent damage effect.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
like tetanus or bleeding.
Tetanus. Get lockjaw.
Okay. You're getting ballistic weave. You're getting ballistic weave. What is Tabs getting?
Ballistic weave.
Ballistic weave.
You're all
Ballistic
getting
weave.
ballistic weave.
Wow, nobody wants regular armor. Okay.
I would go with it if I didn't have to upgrade every single piece individually.
It's just such a
Yeah.
hassle,
Tabs is just
man.
really attached to her outfit.
It is a big hassle. Yep. I'm okay with this. This is fine.
Eventually, we'll all just get power armor and be like the Power Rangers, anyways.
We'll see. Anyways.
What color Power Rangers?
So there is
Dark
that
blue.
shopping done. Is there any other shopping that would like to happen here?
I guess
Nope.
you'll have Jonas picks.
Yes. That's right. Okay. Back to Margie. Margie, you would wake up. No pain.
No gain.
No, no gain. Nothing odd. No odd feelings right now. You feel just as you normally did. Ah, well, good morning. Welcome back.
Is it done?
Yes, it's finished. The implant is installed. You now have a port on the back of your neck.
Oh. How does that work?
Oh, well, it's simple. You just plug the cables in. Boop.
Is that the sounds the cables make? Or the...
That's the sound that Jeeves is saying the cables make.
Is Margie awake now?
Yes, yes. Jeeves would open the door.
How are you
She
feeling?
is ready.
I feel fine.
Take a spin.
I'm gonna take a spin, but I assume that I have.
I want to take
Covered
a look at
up.
Jeeves would have covered it up for you.
Yeah, it's covered.
All right, not swollen, not bleeding. That's good, as far as I'm aware.
Not
No one,
bleeding
uh,
through your clothes.
No one looked. If that makes you feel any better.
Yes.
Except for me. Ha ha.
Thanks.
And don't worry, you're in perfect health. Wink. He winks just one eye stalk. That was a true statement. She is in perfect.
Can I do insight on that?
Sure.
Inside checking. the
Difficulty of
robot.
one.
are you?
It's a wink.
I know.
It's a robot wink.
No, you're out shopping with us, right?
I thought
Well,
we
I
came
thought
back.
everyone was back.
You said that she'd wake up after our shopping trip was over.
Or was that? Oh, am I-
That was more a.
Oh, if we're not
Once
here,
we're
if
done
we're not
with
here,
that.
then
Yeah, you're
I
not here.
didn't-
Yeah,
You're
it's
like us
Right.
portaling all over the.
I
There,
thought
there
I,
should be some purpose in
I
you
misunderstood.
staying on our own.
I misunderstood.
That was weird sneeze.
Bless you. All right. All right.
Well, do you want to see if Nick will plug you in?
Will other
The
people?
answer is yes, I will.
Will other people be able to see
Do you want other people to see?
the memory?
Yeah. Jules, do you want to sit in on this?
I mean, I don't mind if Margie doesn't.
I think if you'd be able to see him, maybe another person would know what he looks like.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
if you're willing to share, I'll go.
One quick thing. Margie, you said it was. Could I talk to you for just a minute in private?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You would go back into the area where you just had your surgery performed, which is clean. Don't worry.
Is there any blood anywhere?
No.
Dirty utensils?
No.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
Mr. Handy's primary purpose is cleaning things.
Fair enough. That's a good
That's
trait
what
for
the extra
surgeries.
7 seconds were for.
Oh, he was cleaning
Spilled a
up.
little blood.
He's like, oops.
Had to mop that up.
Oh, you are also completely clean of radiation.
Ooh, nice.
That was some extra time.
He
anyways.
sucked my radiation out like venom from a wound.
Tasty. I mean,
He
it does
has a
run on
tongue.
nuclear fusion, so.
Oh my gosh, he's like those mushrooms.
Okay,
like,
anyways. Avransiv would say to you as soon as the doors close, so this is just a guess, and don't worry, I'm not here to pry. But I take it based off of the mask indoors thing that you're not exactly comfortable with your physical appearance. I'm not trying to pry, I swear.
I'd prefer to stay covered.
Okay. The reason I ask is we should probably set up a base appearance for you in the simulation.
Mhm.
Do you want to be... Well, how long ago was this memory? How old were you?
2?
2. Oh boy, I don't think I've programmed a toddler before.
Would it
I never hoped this day would come.
would it make any difference if I just was some other age? Would it matter?
No, not really. Do you want to just look like you are right now?
I'd prefer to look like my age, if that's easier.
I don't know what your age is.
20.
Okay. Mask on or off?
How does it work?
Well,
Would I just describe myself?
Yeah, you can describe yourself. Here, I have this, let's see. I believe this is used for, like, reconstructing faces or, like, taking someone's... Oh, wait, yeah. What am I saying? Sorry. I have a very helpful tool that is actually canon in the Fallout universe. I just need a DNA sample.
What the heck? Okay.
Which Jeeves would be like, I have one.
Interesting.
And he would give you a small monitor that he would show just to you that would display what your face should look like.
Is this the thing at the beginning of the game?
It's the thing! It's the character builder!
Can I tweak stuff?
You can tweak stuff!
Yes!
Blue skin!
I totally
Make my
look like
forehead
this.
really big.
Huge nose.
After
He's
12
like, this is my
days of
true
adjustments.
appearance.
Margie's
Exactly.
like, I'm ready. They go into the simulation.
I'm the Wicked Witch
she
of the
looks
West.
exactly like Jules.
But yes, it
Yeah.
is in fact a character builder.
Yeah. So she's going to mess around with that and get it to how she would like to appear.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that works for me. Ready to go under?
I guess so.
Jeeves, can you handle Jules? Of course, sir. Now, madam, are you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are, Jeeves.
Good. Just watch that little bright screen.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be out in just a minute. You sit in the lounger. He closes the lid on top of you, and boom, you're in. Avransiv would personally connect the cable to the back of your neck, and you don't feel anything too interesting. But after he punches a few buttons, flips a few switches, you would feel reality before you, disorientate? I think that's actually the word. I believe it is. I don't know.
I've
Whatever.
heard that.
It's wobbly now. And you see a new reality come into vision. You're home. And it's dark out. And Julian Ortega is there. And then Nicodemus Avransiv is also there.
Interesting.
Give me just a minute to pull up my notes on this.
Oh, do they see my appearance in the thing
Yes.
without the mask? So
I'm
they would
taking
see.
notes.
They would see she's like the same height and everything, same build. She has kind of a round face. She looks like someone who hasn't really dealt with as much hard stuff. She probably does look a little tan, but not super tan. She has blue-green eyes, and she has medium brown hair that is kind of wavy, curly towards the bottom, and about mid-back length.
Like a truck.
She's also 500 pounds and a WWE wrestler. No, she doesn't look strong.
This is something that all of you would feel, not just Margie. It's 3 a.m. You can't sleep. So you get out of bed and head to your parents' room. I did not know you were 2 when this happened, but I imagine you're at an early walking stage. when
Probably. No, I was imagining she was walking, yeah.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
I take it we just need to be quiet and not interfere.
This might have been closer to 3 or something too, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I guess I'd have to look, but...
You can't sleep, so you get out of bed and head to your parents' room, or get out of your crib, I guess it would be. Before you get there, you see your father in the front room, dressed like he's heading for work. You see his face clearly, and I'm going to let you describe what he looks like.
Oh. I don't know if I know.
I apologize. I probably should have warned you of this in advance, but you also didn't warn me, so joke's
That's-
on you.
I did.
So in other words, joke's not on me. Let's see. I think he probably has more of the round face, closer to Margie's. He would have, I think, probably like darker but still brown hair. He'd be not super tall, but probably a decent amount taller than her. And I don't know, probably sort of an average sort of build, not as weak as her, probably a little stronger than her. Yeah, and her,
Just
and
springs.
he'd have blue eyes, not quite the same tone as hers, but a different shade of blue.
All right. You see his face clearly, all of you. His frantic eyes scanning the room for anything else to pack. He's got a couple of duffel bags that he's currently zipping up. Then he sees you, his eyes technically focused on Margie, zips up a bag and walks over to Margie, a strange smile on his face. He, though you are average height, kneels down as if he's looking at someone shorter. Probably at Margie's knees. And he reaches out a hand that is awkwardly on Margie's kneecap.
I whisper to Avernsiv, Pip could help with something like that.
True.
This is a little bit of an awkward thing.
And Margie's father just says, "My little strawberry, what are you doing up?"
I meant to respond. Just gonna look and be like, questioning. Like a, What a young child.
Well, you're gonna need plenty of rest, so you better head to bed. Your mother will be fuming if you're all tired and ornery tomorrow, since you'll need to be there for her, okay?
Why is that?
Oh. Where I'm going doesn't matter. Just remember that I love you. And remember that you don't owe this backwater town a single iota of respect. And then he stands up, opens the door, and cold air rushes into the small house. And then he leaves. The door shuts behind him.
I think after that, she probably just watches the door for a while, and then goes back to her room without really understanding what was happening.
Avernsiv just turns to you, Julian, and says, I'll let you handle this one. I'm going to take a load off on that couch. It looks really comfy.
Sure. Just leave us in for a few more minutes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and find Margie. I'll poke around the house a little as I go, though.
Yeah. Should I describe the house a little bit?
Please do.
So it's kind of like it's not in any sort of tunnel or anything.
I hope there's
So
a
there-
couch.
There's a couch. So there's like there's a couple windows. Everything is pretty much mostly wood, like kind of rough sawn wood. And you can kind of see that there's like tin, like eaves. Like it's got a tin roof, but obviously that's not really on the inside. And it's not a super big place. It's probably got like 3 or 4 rooms in it. It's got some place to store food in your kitchen and all that sort of thing. It's got, right now there's only 2 occupied bedrooms. So that would be her parents' room and then her room.
What would I see if I looked out the window?
You'd see it's pretty green. It's if you just look out the window, you can't see the sky at all. The eaves hang over a little too far for you to look up and see it. And
It's also
straight
3
forward.
a.m.
Yeah, but you can see like dark, sort of mountain wall, pretty close. So I imagine you couldn't make out details of everything. Also, there's only a couple windows, so you couldn't see the whole town or anything. But it is like definitely a blocked-in area. There's plants outside. There's, it's actually a lot less wastelandy than most of the rest of it. And it's, you know, you might see some stone sort of with an opening or a door or something somewhere. But yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and find Margie after kind of having taken a look at things around. And what would Margie be doing when Julian came in?
Probably just sitting there, kind of thinking.
Julian would go ahead and ease herself down next to Margie and just kind of sit there for a minute. It's probably not what you were looking for.
Didn't tell me where he went.
Sounded like he didn't want to trouble you.
He did. Not just me, though.
What do you mean?
Well, my mom was pregnant when he left. And we don't really have things like that happen.
Things like pregnancy?
No, things like people leaving.
Mm.
So imagine what she went through. Being the only mother who's single because someone chose to leave. She has to do all the work that she did before, and I really want to think that he had some really good reason for leaving. But if he didn't, that's really hard to forgive him for. I mean, I don't think my mom ever did. I don't actually know his name because she didn't want anyone saying it. It hurt too much.
Shelton is hers.
Hmm?
Shelton is hers.
I used to have my dad's name, but I don't even remember it because it got changed. And I don't know his name, so I can't ask for him.
I mean, we could comb through some of your earlier memories. Maybe someone called you at some time.
I don't know any earlier memories.
I mean, sure, maybe you don't, but we could get Pip into the central console and maybe he could do a search. See if you could find another name associated with yours.
Avrancev would be standing in the door frame.
Yeah.
Hey, not bothering you at all, am I? Don't want to interrupt something, but I've found something out here.
Like what?
I think you should probably take a look for it yourself.
Push myself up.
How?
And offer a hand to Margie.
I'll take it. How do you find something in a memory?
I mean, I guess you tell me. And he's going to lead you back into the front room and point towards a table that one of Margie's father, or your father's bags were. And there's blood on it. I guess this is the kind of thing that you just don't really remember specifically, but definitely was there.
What is What's that mean?
I have no idea. I just figured it'd be a little bit more context, that's it.
Like there was blood in the bag?
Maybe.
Do you suppose he was bleeding? Or... I don't remember any...
He moves his hand, and your father is back in the room. Just standing up, but still paused.
Can I...
I'm gonna give him a look.
Can I also check?
Yeah,
Look
sure.
for any blood. Look
I
at his
don't know.
bags.
Can you back it up to the point where he had his bag open?
Yes. And he's going to do that. But upon looking in, there is nothing inside it. Kind of similar to when you
I didn't
got to
see
the
inside
border.
the bag.
Correct. Yep. But you did see blood, apparently. You just didn't make anything of it at age of 2
Right.
or 3. Yeah.
Red stuff!
Dad, why is there ketchup on the table?
It does not appear that there are any visible wounds on your dad.
I don't think... I would... I think if he killed someone or something, I would know. It was... Maybe
Do you
not.
think maybe he got into a fight with someone and left? I
or
mean, he seemed
something.
angry.
Any wild animals?
There's plenty of wild animals. But I don't see why that would make him leave. That's just something that happens. I mean,
He seemed angry at your
people-
town.
yeah, but I don't know who in it he would have been angry at. My cousin went looking for him after, when everyone figured out he'd left. They didn't find him. They
Did
didn't
your
go that far.
town ever... You said no one ever told you your father's name. Do you think if he hurt someone that they would tell you who he hurt?
Maybe. It'd be hard to get a hold of them, but they don't keep it a secret just to keep it a secret. It's because my mom told them not to talk about him, but something like that they might. I don't know. My cousin's the only one who's really talked to me about it. But most people won't go against.
I
I
get
don't
it. My
know,
mother's the
maybe they
same
would.
way.
But I can't contact them now.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Do you think?
It's something.
Do you think if we got Pip in the center console, he could do a scan of Margie's memories in some way? See what she does remember from this time?
That's years beyond me. I mean, hypothetically, possibly. I don't know. We'd have to get a lot more done.
Okay. So that's a maybe later then.
Just don't understand why anyone would fight him. Or why he'd fight anyone else.
Well, it sounds like you don't know much about him, period. So why is that
Don't.
surprising?
Everyone just acted like him leaving was the problem. I guess maybe that's not true. Maybe they didn't get into it, but as far as I understood, that's what they were all mad about.
Does that make it any easier for you,
Well,
considering you left too?
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm sorry, it's not more answers, Margie.
Well, at least knowing there was something more than just him deciding to leave is something. At least if he got into a fight or if someone drove him out, I don't know why they would do that. Maybe.
Well, it's, Snowball's chance in hell, but now we know what he looks like. And maybe if Avranciv and I have a little more time to work together, we can find some way to look for more details.
Make it work. I'm sorry, I probably have to go, though.
That's fine. Thank you for all of this.
Of course. Sorry you didn't get what you were looking for.
I was looking for information, so I did.
I think you were looking for closure.
I didn't expect that to come all at once. Even if I knew why he left, I wouldn't know if he was still doing it. Why he would never come back.
I don't know either.
Even if he left for a bad reason, maybe he stayed gone for a good reason. But maybe if he left for a good reason, he stayed gone for a bad one. Maybe he really just didn't think anyone would let him back in. They
Whatever
probably
the
wouldn't have.
case, it sounds like he was doing the best he could with what he had on his plate. I mean, you saw the way he talked to you. It didn't have anything to do with you.
I just wish he told my mom.
It doesn't sound like he left of his own choice.
I wish I'd been able to tell her.
Well, maybe if leaving wasn't a capital offense, you'll get that chance sometime. But that's a lot to chew on for one day, Margie. Maybe it's time to go. She kind of put a hand on Margie's shoulder.
Thanks for helping.
Thanks for letting me help. If you need to talk about any of this, I'm not sure I've got any insight into it, but I'm happy to be a set of listening ears.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm kind of running out of time.
It's fine.
It's okay.
All right.
Stop.
He would get you out as well. You just make that decision with his mind. Neuralink. And you are all out of the simulation. Okay, Jeeves, we good to go? Of course, sir. All right, well, hope to run into you all again.
Like it. See you around.
Of course. And he would head out. What are you all doing next?
All right, we better go find the others. Do you need a minute? Okay.
Now once again masked.
Okay.
Frankie's probably going to tell the doc about minus.
Yes.
Minus.
Yep.
By the way, Doc, I figured out how your brother and his gang are getting around so quickly.
What are they doing?
They've got their own truck. Looks old, but it clearly belonged to Vault Tech.
Well, we know where they are now. Do you know anybody who's not in the mob that we could send to maybe investigate?
Investigate. Where exactly?
Nick Valentine, ship detective.
I mean,
No.
not. This sounds terrible. I don't mean to kill anyone. A hitman or someone who a cat burglar or something like that, who can break in, steal something, get back without hurting anyone in the process.
I mean, Xanadu's the place to find them, but I don't know anyone off the top of my head. Certainly no one that doesn't work for the mob. Also, a lot of your fancy talk kind of goes over my head sometimes, but I think Minos was using C-24 outside. I don't know if that's important.
Why was he using it?
Oh, I may have insulted him just for kicks and grins. And he didn't like that too much, so he decided to shoot up, I guess, and it seemed like he wanted to punch me.
And why didn't he?
Well, he completely missed, actually. He fell flat on his face and broke his glasses. It was really... I wish you could have been there. It was really funny. If not for all of the adrenaline pumping through my body.
Yeah. I wish I could have seen it.
Hey, he looked... It's like he used that stuff and he got bigger.
Mm-hmm. I know. I think I want to get my hands on a sample of their new formula, see if I can figure out how they got to where they are. And see if I can get any more information about them, what their goals are.
Well, if you're looking for someone to infiltrate, we could certainly ask Armitage. She probably knows a person or two.
Problem is payment.
Well, it usually depends on how dangerous something is and what they're looking for, but
We should talk to Lady Armitage, see what we can find.
okay.
At about this time, the rest of the party would reconvene with you all. So, there you go. Party united.
Frankie, you said you had an explanation to give, huh?
What?
You said you had an explanation to give? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah. Perfectly fine.
All right.
I gave Minos a talking to.
I mean, good to hear, but remember the buddy system.
Well, you all looked preoccupied, so
You know, just detail policy.
I can handle myself.
I'm aware.
Besides, we're not employees yet.
And yet you still have to follow the handbook. And she's saying this kind of tongue-in-cheek.
He knows that. He can tell.
All right, well, is that everything?
We wanted to talk to Lady Armitage, so if you all wanted to meet with Cortland and make sure he was ready to go, we were going to go and see if we can talk to her and get any more information.
Information about your brother.
Yes. We know where he is now.
So what do you want Armitage to do about it?
We're wondering if she knows any thieves not connected to the mob that would be able to go and break into Vault 47 without being seen.
I'm not sure about breaking in, but that's kind of Cosmo and Horace's job.
Oh. Well,
I did plan to let them know about Gnosis now that we know where they're located.
if you're going to send them, is there any way you could have them see if they can either figure out the recipe or bring me back a sample of the new C24 formula they have?
I'll tell them that's important, sure.
If I know how to reverse engineer it, maybe I can find a way to neutralize its effects.
Actually, do you want to come with me and talk to Cosmo? You probably have information I wouldn't be able to get across anyway.
That would be useful. Would they trust me?
I mean, she knows if I'm letting you talk, then you're saying something worth hearing.
That would be good, especially because I didn't know how I would pay a thief.
I'm not sure a thief is the right one for the job, but we'll get someone on it. I think if they're anywhere near as big of a threat as you're conveying, Polis is going to want to send an operative to deal with it.
And who knows, maybe they're not a threat. Maybe they've changed the way they do things, but
Right, but our job is to monitor, so we'll at least take a look and evaluate that for ourselves. Rest of you want to tag along? Oh,
Sure.
I can't believe I forgot about this until now. I got you Cosmo's autograph.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I take out the piece of notepaper.
I'm trying to remember what the personal message said, but it was something rather touching.
It was great.
It was personalized, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Personalized and everything.
I feel like it was keep on playing or something like that.
Something like that.
Sounds right.
Frankie's gonna take it and check its authenticity. If he could cry, he would.
Implant tear ducts.
And he's gonna go and fold it up and.
You want to
actually
meet her while we're
try
at
and-
it?
Oh, that's right. I didn't have a chance to meet her at the jazz at Saturn's.
You're the
Pluto's
only one who
rings.
didn't.
There it is. Yep.
Hey,
She's
Pluto
nice.
doesn't have rings.
No.
This is why we have to put them here on Earth. Because it doesn't have them near the planet.
We stole them.
Pluto does have rings, they're just on Earth now. They
Yes.
made them into a jazz club.
Frankie goes to stuff the autograph in his folded up jacket, and another sheet of paper falls out.
Oh, you
Is it a love letter?
and I
No,
pick
it's
it up to
not.
give it back. Do I see anything while I'm doing that?
Probably on the back side of it, you would see a number of city names scrawled in it. Specifically in the order of towns the party has walked through since Lansing. Excluding Columbus. You can see Columbus is written in there and then crossed out. He doesn't like the mob. The Ohio State Militia is apparently run by the mob.
Interesting. Well, I'd be picking it up to give it back to him, so I'm not going to ask about it. You just drop that.
Thank you. That's also important. That's why I keep track of potential setup places. Finley was really nice for a jazz diner, but it was a little further out. Columbus was a great crossroads, but
Do you think
really
it?
like it.
Insight check.
Okay.
I want to do that too.
Okay.
Do you think it's really a good idea to be writing down every place we go to?
But Jules is doing the same thing.
You're not?
Emil, don't do it.
Just a complication.
Dear diary, today I killed a boatload of people. That's literal.
One.
One success or a critical success.
All right, you can control the conversation however you want.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably something on the other side, but it's just folded up so you can't see.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
It seems very full, though. Like, this might be the only sheet of paper Frankie has.
If you ever need any extra note paper, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I'm running out of room.
Oh, I'd be
I
happy to
could use
tear a
some
sheet
more
out of the bag.
paper. I've been running out of paper for blueprints for the
Oh, Doc.
the sensory device for Pip.
He's lying. He's actually writing gads of hate poetry to his brother.
I expect to see some of that by next week.
Do we need to stock up on
Radamanthus
Jerry
stimulants
is so
before
much
we
cooler than
leave?
Radamanthus.
We'd probably better
Jerry's
wait
so
until
much cuter than
Indianapolis for that if we're
Radamanthus.
taking the train.
I don't know why everyone likes Radamanthus. We should totally just stop Radamanthus.
We could. I'd prefer to make my own if possible, but it doesn't look like we have any place to do that right now.
Sorry. I really wanted you to give it. Okay.
Well, if we're taking the train, probably better to
Probably
wait.
better to wait.
All right, where are you guys going next?
Find Cosmo?
Yes, we need to go find Cosmo.
Cosmo. Okay. Cosmo would probably be prepping to leave as well. You would find her probably gathering her gear outside, just getting ready to go. She is still in power armor.
Cosmo, you got a minute?
Oh, yeah.
We're about to head out ourselves, but got some information that I thought you and Horace might be interested in.
What kind?
Remember when I told you about Gnosis yesterday?
Yes.
The organization his brother is a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit more information on, at least some history on them, and I think it's worth your examination. Not something to bring to the forum yet, but interesting enough to look at.
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
You want to go ahead?
Oh, my brother has a problematic history with the way he conducts his business and with his end goals. He was the overseer of Vault 57. I'm not sure how much you've known about it, but
Sealed for quite a while. Only freshly opened. Raider attack, right?
no. We had a few other exits. But no, it was an attempted coup that went, or civil war in the vaults that destroyed most of it. Most of its inhabitants.
Led by Radamanthus?
No, Radamanthus was the overseer. They revolted because of differences on ideology.
Mm-hmm.
And
Public ideology, how?
they practiced eugenics and euthanasia. And they also kidnapped wastelanders from the surrounding area to use for experiments.
Whew.
They ran out of willing volunteers in the vault. Not that there were ever many. Their goal was to develop a super chem that would perfect the human condition, as he calls it.
Current goal?
What?
Is that their current goal?
I'm not sure what their current goal is. They've already finished the chem. As far as we know, they've recently recruited a local implant scientist.
Avrancев, you know him.
Why
He's
him?
doing a job for them.
Why him?
I mean, he knows implants. That's what they're looking for. I'm not sure what they're asking him to do for them.
Implants for virtual fantasies. Is that what they want?
It's no virtual fantasy they want. My brother's been pursuing a utopia his whole life. One with himself at the helm.
How do you feel about this, Jules?
About
Sorry,
the whole
Julian.
situation.
He's
Sorry.
also working with the mob.
Wow. That's a lot. Sounds like probably the biggest threat Indiana is dealing with right now.
I don't think we have enough information to make that decision yet. But
We
if what they have done has been any indication, they're probably looking to do something similar here.
we
I
know
don't
they're
know.
building up in Vault 47.
Interesting. That's
Recruiting
nice.
scientists. I suggested that if we could find someone to do so, we have someone infiltrate and see if they could possibly find any information on what they're planning.
Infiltration, not my cup of tea. She says as she just holds the regular sledgehammer against her shoulder. Contact Atalanta?
Possibly.
What's Georgia got to do with this?
You think he'd have the subtlety for it?
Atalanta, not Atlanta.
I mean, normally this is a mission I'd take on. But if you think Atalanta's got the subtlety,
It would also be very helpful if they could bring back a sample of C-24 in its final form. I worked on the initial stages of the development, but I have lost contact for 10 years, and if I knew how it worked, I could possibly create a cure or a something to neutralize it or reduce its effects.
Right. Atalanta is a possible option. He might not get it done as fast. If you've got the caps, Quiet Bert is your man.
Why do you say
Gunsmith here
that?
at Xanadu. Probably the most professional infiltrator I've ever known.
do you trust him?
If you've got the caps, yes.
How much?
He has worked with the mob, but he is a total freelancer, and he does have at least a code of ethics.
Could it be trusted not to talk to the mob?
He is quiet, Bert.
How much does he cost?
Infiltration to Vault 47? 200 caps, but you could maybe haggle.
I got that in my pocket right now.
I'll pay you back out of my next paycheck.
He should probably report to you on this. You're going to want to know.
Okay.
Let him know, though, if he is captured. I don't know if this would raise the price or not, but if
I think he
is
has
captured-
3 cyanide teeth in case.
Okay. If he is captured, he will be killed, but not before they experiment on him, get as much use out of him as they possibly can.
You said eugenicists? Supremacists?
Yes.
They won't experiment on him. Cool.
Cool.
Would he even be able to get inside then?
Yes.
He'll be shot.
He
on
got
sight
inside
then,
Fort Knox.
or ripped apart.
Not a
by the
hyperbole.
Quiet Bird it is. All right.
We need.
Frankie, right?
Yes, and
good to meet you.
You're the Cosmopolitan.
Yes. Great performance. And she would.
Power.
Yeah.
Armor fist.
Yep. It's a firm handshake, but you still feel your hand.
Okay.
She's taking it easy.
I can't thank you enough for the autograph. I would have asked for it myself, but I was pulled into some other things.
Oh, that's fine. Be fun if you were around here more often. You worked well with the Protons.
They certainly seem to think think so as well. It's mob gives me the heebie-jeebies though.
Fair point. Do they have a problem with you specifically? Does that problem need bashing in?
Not unless you're gonna go for Polignani himself.
Vote?
Maybe not the cause for a vote, especially if we want to swing the forum on Gnosis coming forward.
Don't. Not worth the risk.
She is so down to kill this guy.
Smells of Polignani.
They'd still be able to deal with you, and even if you did kill him, you'd probably just put someone else in his place.
Maybe this should be a not yet, not a no. He's someone that needs to go in the future.
I don't think that's within the purview of our mission right now.
I know, that's why I said
the
right
weather.
now.
We're taking down the mob.
We've got
I don't like him as much as anyone here. Probably I hate him the most, but it's not gonna fix anything. The mob's still gonna be around.
and we've got storms to stop and
I know.
eugenicist organization to
That's
take
why
care
I
of.
said later. But the three things we could probably use from your quiet man is any kind of help figuring out what their goals are, any sort of information on their plans, a sample of the C-24, and if they can find them, we need the glasses of Minos. If you can find those and steal them.
Why?
Because he's being a jerk.
Is this like in Guardians of the Galaxy when like Rocket
I just want that guy's leg.
just because it would be hilarious.
Yeah, because I also
Only if
want
it's optimal. It
That
would just throw a
line-
wrench in their work.
Is not necessary, but if he sees them, it's fine.
Yes.
Now,
Minos glasses. Minos? They doing the Greek thing too?
the more Cretan.
He goes by Minos
Weird.
now.
You a comedian too?
I'd like to imagine.
Okay.
And if he can get in and out without being seen, that's even better. I mean, I know that's the plan, but I'd prefer he not give away that we know where they're at.
All
If
right.
only because I'm not sure if Aversive was supposed to tell us.
The only two people that he absolutely cannot hurt are Avransiv and Radamanthus. If he has to defend himself from anyone else, then he can.
Okay. Want me to hire him? I can take the money.
Sure. I mean, we gotta get headed out of here pretty soon.
Okay.
I'll pay you guys back once I get my next pay check. Or pay bag. Where do we get our money?
All right. What are you paying?
Well, Frankie's got 200 caps, but do we want to give any extra in case he deems it too dangerous?
We'll give him 200. If he asks for any more and you can't haggle him down, just let us know.
Might be able to get discount if this person is a supremacist.
Not great people.
Hate schools and pretty much.
Minos hates schools. I think they all do, but Minos especially.
Is that the guy who tried to kill you?
Oh, you saw that?
No, I just heard about it from Tim.
Hi.
Especially if he has new glasses when he goes in. Break
I
them.
really hate his glasses. But okay. I'll get the price down a little
Not
bit.
a mission parameter.
I can get, let's say, 180. Confidently.
Okay. Frankie would hand over 180 caps.
Thank you.
Good seeing you again, Cosmo.
Good seeing you too, Hephaestus. Nice to meet you, Frankie.
You as well.
I don't know.
Can I call you Cosmo?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Chunk, chunk, chunk. As she walks away back into Xanadu.
Get used
Bartholomew's like, my carpets. All right. Quiet Bird, hired.
You know, I think she liked you.
She was very amicable.
I mean, she usually is, but just saying.
Was she just being polite, or do you think she actually meant that?
I think she meant it. I'm gonna clap Frankie on the back and start heading towards the bar.
All right.
No, not that way.
We just got over this.
Stop it, Julian.
I just want a gin and tonic before we hit the road.
3 of them.
Doc, this might be
I'm
a
craving it
funny
without craving
question,
it.
but what do you think the C-24 would do to a ghoul?
Well, he would never give it to a ghoul, and if we were to give it to you, you'd at most get a stomach ache or maybe a bit of a dizziness.
Okay, yeah, I know
You're
it
not-
doesn't
you're
work
not-
exactly.
You're
but
not infected with REV.
What if I was? Professional opinion, Doc.
The REV infection process is very dangerous, and another reason the population of the vault was so small is because only about half of the people who were infected survived.
What about someone who can regenerate? I mean, I can't do it normally, but
We've never tried.
you ever
I
seen
would
a
need-
ghoul in a rad storm?
I would need
Invincible.
I would need a lot more time to check and see if it would. I don't know. I would need to do a lot more studies. We've neglected ghouls for a reason. Not that I approve.
No, I understand.
We were supremacists. Not me, but we.
All right. So, you all are ready to meet Cortland now, right? You said you were going to the
Yep.
bar? You would see Cortland at the bar, just twiddling his thumbs, getting ready to go. And Sergeant Corporal is there as well. Oh, why, hello.
All ready, Cortland?
I am ready to go.
We're going to head up to the station, take the train, if you're all right with that.
Oh. What am I saying? All I have is a few stim packs. I was thinking I'd have to lose some chems, but I think a train ride sounds very nice.
You
Try
might
and
as
hide
well
'em.
use them if you need to.
Hmm?
Might as well use them. Don't give them to the trained people.
Or just hide them.
I was gonna say you could hide him in here. Frankie's got the saxophone case.
Ah, convenient. Sure.
Next time you go to play
Thank
it.
you.
Well, you don't play it on the train.
Stimpak's fire.
I've got a syringer now. It's just a saxophone.
The range is determined by how much air Frankie can force through the saxophone.
Oh,
Love
man.
that.
Everyone in a 500-yard radius can hear you, but
I did have something I wanted to bring up with you all, and that is the fact that I have been fighting the war with Cortland here, but kind of seems like he has enough help right now. I feel like my service to Cortland would be a bit of a waste. But I suppose I wanted to leave it up to you all and Cortland. Do you think you'll need an extra hand? Oh, that's not the question I need to ask. Do you think you deserve an extra hand?
Listen, you hated the Nazis too, right?
I do.
I do. We're kind of going against some similar people right now with a similar ideology.
Okay. Right?
Yeah. Do you want to help us fight them?
Well, unfortunately, right now we're not at war with the Nazis. We're at war with China.
Yes, but don't you think they might also be an, enemy of my enemy is my friend? From their perspective, they'd be working with the Chinese.
Okay. Real session talk right now. This is your chance to decide, do you really want Sergeant Corporal traveling with you at all times?
Do we need
I
him
just
anymore?
I just want a metal shield to absorb hits.
but is he gonna be a metal shield to absorb hits though?
I will say,
I can also
He did
be a
save
metal
our
shield to
butts
absorb
the other
hits.
day from the ghouls.
I'm
But
not
I
going to
can-
impose
I can do that now.
a hard and fast cap on how many companions that you guys have,
Okay.
but it would be nice to have a little bit more space for maybe other companions to travel with you.
I will be a metal shield.
Sergeant Corporal's kind
that
of a
can get
bit
in the way,
one-dimensional.
by the way.
Well, what do you plan to do instead
three
if we
defense.
We have a
if we
shield.
don't deserve you?
I have so many.
Fly to Alaska.
The power armor is crazy.
Right to Alaska.
Brick wall.
Why not?
Exactly.
We're good.
We're fine. We don't need.
I mean, all right.
Have fun.
Yeah, the metal wall thing is not.
Well,
Up to you.
I want to make
Cortland.
sure this is something that everybody is considering.
I honestly find him
could-
entertaining, so.
I also find him entertaining, but
Is that a reason to keep him around? What if we send him to go find Sergeant Blakely? Or what was his...
That way he
Lieutenant
can be-
Commander.
Lieutenant
he can,
Commander.
He can possibly be recurring, but maybe not all the time.
that would actually be a really interesting. Would he do that?
Actually, that's a
Do
really
what?
good idea. Send him to go find the Corinthian or where it came from or Blakely.
That's an option. That's
Because
an
I'd be
interesting option.
super down for that.
Let's do that.
Because
Out of game.
Because honestly, I was like, I don't think we're ever gonna like meander to
Well-
Sheboygan.
You know what?
Yeah,
Do you think you could, remember that Lieutenant Commander Blakely we were talking about?
correct. Missing in action.
Do you think you could go try and track down the Corinthian's last step, see if you can find him, or where his ID disc goes to, or the Corinthian?
Yes. This is my prime directive. No man left behind. Yes, absolutely.
All right, and if you find him or any information about him,
That's right.
just let us know. And we'll help.
Mm,
I am
make a
asking you
speech
this
check.
as a member
Difficulty
of
one.
the United States government.
I'll
If
allow you
are
to
gonna
use
pull that,
an
I
actual
will pull it.
hidden focus of 3. Enclave focus
Do
of 3.
you want to use an action point?
Sure.
It's a difficulty
I mean,
of 1.
We're about to lose some anyway.
I've
Fair.
already lost some, probably.
Woof. Oh,
Yeah.
that one's definitely, at least one.
One.
That's a good one.
Yeah, this is speech, so that's just one.
Dang.
My charisma's like a 6, man.
All right, I'm in. I don't believe you have a way of contacting me, unfortunately, so I might just have to, well, find you myself.
I don't suppose giving you my frequency would help.
I'm trained for shortwave radio communications, but that's probably a little bit too hard for me to pull out. I'd have to find some communications officer or something.
Well, you know what you could do? We're working Delroy trade lines right now, right?
That's right.
You could let a Delroy representative
Great
know.
company. Yeah. Okay.
Set up a meeting.
Done.
All right. It's been good working with you, Sergeant.
And you, Madam Member of the Government. I don't know what your title is. I probably shouldn't be saluting you, but I don't care. You give me officer vibes.
Well, I appreciate that, Sarge.
You shouldn't.
And then he's going to fly away.
Can I hug him first?
You may certainly try.
Yeah, I'd like to.
You should take
All
an
right.
action point for that. 'cause we're gonna lose
Roll
one.
roll an agility athletics check, please.
What's the hug focus?
Athletics.
Oh
That's not garbage. That's nothing.
He holds up the buzzsaw.
Stay back! Don't try any of your emotional tricks.
He lowers the buzzsaw and salutes you. He flies ever so closer to you.
This is how it feels.
Pat. He tries to pat you on the head. Are you resisting?
No. Thanks.
You're not welcome. Now don't die.
no. Right back at you.
And he will
Yes,
fly
sir.
away.
That's
You do not, sir, me. I am an NCO. I get things done. I'm not an officer.
Oh,
You don't
that's
call
what he
sergeant,
meant.
sir.
Really?
No, you don't. You,
should
call
know
him
that,
sergeant.
Reserve. I work for the military.
I don't know anything.
All right. Are the rest of you ready?
Oh,
Do we need any
I
ammo?
need to go get my power armor.
If you need it, you'd have to go to Quiet Bird to buy it. So
Is the power armor on the way or in a different?
power
direction?
armor's outside.
So it is on the way out.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll go through Avarice's back exit.
Oh, it's out the front door.
Oh.
Then I will.
But
go
you
get
can
the
like
power
circle
armor.
around if you want.
Is it
to.
past morning?
It is like 10 o'clock right now.
Yeah. Somehow.
Minos is still parked out front fuming.
Somehow I will go around to get in the power armor to take it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And look out for Jorge so he doesn't see me walking around with his power armor.
Jorge's like,
Bye,
hey!
Jorge. He's like, what? No, no!
You're waving the ID card too.
Bye, Jorge.
Does Quiet Bird have 20 rounds of 10 millimeter?
Yes. He has at least a dozen of every caliber on North America.
That includes the Fat Man mini.
He has a fat man.
Amazing. That's not Quiet Bird. That's Get Things Done Bird.
That's his.
Bert's like, it's quiet if no one's alive to remember hearing anything.
I hope That's
if everyone
not
dies
the
in the
strategy
forest
that
and
he
everyone's
used.
too
I'm caught.
dead to have heard it, does it make a
All right,
sound?
if I can give
Yes.
40 shots, or 40 shots, 20 shots before we leave.
20 shots of 44, 10 mil.
Of 10 millimeter.
Oh, why did I even ask? Of
20
course it's 10
shots of
millimeter.
whiskey.
It's two caps a bullet.
Okay. All right, you want to haggle at all?
Can I play the ghoul card?
You can, or the I just hired you card.
Is Cosmo that quick?
She was going right over there. You have to
Okay.
do it.
And we talked with Sarge
Oh,
first.
wait. You're the, wait. You're the ghoul that Minos guy tried to sock, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's
That sounds reliable.
he's being a jerk to me and my friends.
Yeah. You need some bullets on the house. Here's 30.
Dang.
I have enough. I do my own reloading. Enjoy.
Thank you. Quiet bird.
Minos is outside. Cap him.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go to get on the underside of that truck. Goodbye.
You just see him take up like almost a sawn-off combat rifle with a suppressor on it, sling it around his shoulder, and just start walking away.
Oh no.
Don't forget to slash the tires on your way out.
Done.
No, we don't want them to know that.
No, on his way out.
Like when he leaves Vault 47 with the
No,
stuff,
I know.
slash
We
the tires.
don't want them to know that someone infiltrated them.
Well, if their truck is parked out front, it could have been anyone.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, it is South Bend, Indiana.
It's
Also-
salt in the wounds, is what it is.
Also, if they see a ghoul doing it, they'll probably just be like, "Ah, filthy ghouls."
Well, I just
And they
want to
all
make
look
sure
the
we're
same
like
anyway.
not about to get Avernsiv in trouble for telling us where they are. You know?
Well,
At that
how are
point,
they
anyone
how are
could
they
have.
going to know? Because there's a lot of people working for them at this point.
Yeah, and like by that point, it would have been long enough that the association might be gone too.
Plus,
enough.
I don't think
Quiet
I don't think
Bird
they're
is
gonna.
a ghoul.
You mean
with
later today?
Sunglasses and a soul patch.
Wow,
That's
he's a
his
ghoul with
Also,
hair.
He does have some hair.
Whoa!
he's
They
At
exist.
the point where he would suspect Jerry of.
Yeah, I'm a
working
ghoul with hair.
against him like
We
that.
exist.
All right.
All I can grow is a soul patch, not a full beard, but it's fine.
Jerry
He
was
wants
kind
a
of
soul
emotional.
patch. He's got that weird style decision that some
So how
stealthy
does he
people
shave his craggy skin?
do. Razor blade.
Have you
Very
ever,
carefully.
have you ever met someone with a soul patch? They're always talking like this. Real soft, real gentle.
Yeah.
Quiet Bird. All right. So now that you all are totally prepared for heading back to Indy with Cortland, Sergeant Corporal has gone for Lieutenant Commander Blakely. We will end session for tonight. So thank you so much for joining, for watching us. And we will see you not next week because it is Easter weekend. And we will see you probably the week after that. Have a good one.
Bye.